Alright, well, I'm good to go. You guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Perfect. There we go, there we go. Welcome back to another game of Skyfall 5e, peoples. How was the week?
Good. Good.
Wonderful. So, where we left off last time, you were getting ready for an expedition, and I had mentioned if you guys have supplies that you want, you can brainstorm them through the week. You can even, send me a message in between now and then if there's anything that you want to buy. Nobody sent me a message, but I assume that you guys have a shopping list anyway from what little talk I've heard here and there. So, I think we'll dive right into that. Here we go. What are you guys buying for this expedition? There's a place on the map, which is multiple days travel away from here, that also goes into the jungle, a little bit perilous, but there are likely riches in that direction. What do you guys need?
I think to start off, we were looking to buy a cart with no horse.
A cart with no horse. Okay.
Mhm.
I would say that given the town that you're in, finding a cart without a horse would be pretty easy. For a rickety type of thing, go ahead and make a luck roll for me.
I'm feeling super lucky today.
Yeah, there's gonna be a few of these during the shop.
Really didn't roll, but
I also just can't, for some reason, server browser isn't showing me your server.
Huh.
it's still
I can send you an invite through Steam if it's...
Yeah, let's try that.
It's a straight 10.
invitation. There we go.
It doesn't bounce. Yeah, they just stop.
So, you can buy a rickety cart for, I would say about 8 gold.
Is there a cart that's slightly less rickety than the rickety cart?
You could probably get a better one for like 12 or 13.
Let's get the slightly better one.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think like we have the gold at this point.
Okay, so you can buy a cart for 12 gold then. Go ahead and subtract that.
Okay.
It is a simple
Gold
thing
bucks.
with a set of 4 wheels and a couple of wooden bars that extend from it, allowing you to drag it around.
Well oiled, I assume.
What's that?
Is it well oiled?
Not really.
Oh, fuck.
It's just a cart. It'll probably squeak a little as you're moving around. Mhm.
It's not a stealth cart.
Not a stealth cart.
All right, so I think we wanted a cart.
We want 200 feet of rope.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then
I would say
couple of-
rope is very plentiful here. I'm assuming most of this is purchased through Okran, who's the guy that runs the general shop nearby, where you've been doing most of your business. He will charge you only slightly more. Let me pull out inventory here. There we go. Rope will run you just regular rope.
hempen rope, right?
We're looking for. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be regular. Hempen is regular.
Yeah.
I'll
We
say-
don't silk.
He will only charge you 5 gold pieces for the 200 feet.
Okay, and then 2 grappling hooks.
Probably have that.
Oh.
too.
All right, I'm gonna another note card for the cart inventory now.
Sorry, my Steam has fallen over and can't get up, so I still can't access. Apparently, I'm offline, according to Steam.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Well, take your
Like,
time.
Yeah.
2 grappling hooks will run you 7 gold.
Okay. Can we get a bullseye lantern?
Oh. This town certainly.
How much for the grappling hooks?
7
7 gold.
Each or total?
total.
Okay.
The bullseye lantern will run you. That's not bad at all. The bullseye lantern will run you 11 gold.
Okay. I have a hooded lantern, so we can just keep that one. Unless we want more.
I don't think we need that many.
Okay, just one of each then should be fine.
I imagine the jungle would be somewhat bright.
Yeah, just at night if we're inside anything.
I have
On
four
that
torches
mission.
that I will contribute to that.
Okay, can I get a mirror? Just like a small mirror.
Okrit informs you that he has a mirror, and are you talking like a little handheld mirror?
Yeah, just like a little hand mirror.
That will cost you 5 gold.
Could I also get some chalk?
I would say with the amount of stuff that you guys are buying right now, chalk would come free.
Okay. Want about 10 pieces of
Sure,
chalk.
yeah, he'll hand that to you.
Oh, we should probably get oil for the lanterns.
You just set the lanterns on fire and hold them.
So oil, we got like 10 flasks of oil.
Sure. 1 gold for the 10 flasks.
Disconnect from server, timeout client.
Yeah, just keep
That's
trying
fun.
it. Steam should come around eventually.
And I believe we want to get antitoxin.
Oh shit, I didn't post that. Antitoxin. Yeah, so antitoxin does exist, and let's see here. Which one of you guys
For
is rolling?
table talk purposes, is this preventative antitoxin, or like once you've been poisoned, it would cure you antitoxin?
It gives you advantage against saving throws versus poison. So if it is a long-acting poison that's making you do checks every turn, for instance, you could drink it afterwards and it would still help, right?
Okay.
It looks like the way that this would work, you probably want to use it beforehand, but it only lasts an hour.
Okay. So like if you get poisoned with something that's slowly killing you, you could drink it and get advantage and perhaps stabilize, kind of thing.
Survive through it, yeah. Tough it out.
Right. Okay.
So, whoever's feeling lucky, go ahead and roll the antitoxin roll here, because that's a bit more of a big market item.
I got it. Don't worry. Get a good roll. Nope, 10.
Average.
We're perfectly average today.
You're offered this for 75 gold.
Ooh.
Nope.
Do we want that? That's a little bit over the standard price.
Nope. Gotta say, don't.
We could buy a lightning bullet with that money.
We could also buy 3 vicious bullets.
Or keen. Sorry. Keen bullets.
You could buy more than 3. 3 bullets.
Ba-da-da-da.
God help us all.
I mean, my character's immune to poison. This is more of a question for you guys.
Yeah, Relic's immune to poison.
Poison? What is that?
Although he's probably the one fussing about buying it the most.
That's true.
Yeah.
Colcoat would probably think that I could just avoid getting poisoned. As
Next
wrong as that might
level.
be.
Next
It's
level,
totally
I get protection. Get lesser restoration and protection from poison, but that's about it.
I mean, okay, are we saving this money for anything specific, right? Like
Bullet.
No, I'm just like wondering. It's like we don't need a giant cash pile right now, especially since
Not
we're
really.
possibly going to acquire more stuff to sell for a bigger cash pile.
Potentially, and if we don't, it's likely because we're dead. So.
And if we die
Yeah.
to poison, we can't spend the money anyways. Let's.
Yeah. Plus, if we never use it, we just always have it.
Yeah, fair enough. Like let's do this looking like we're gonna get some shit out there and come back. Because if we be too careful and die because of it, we're stupid.
All right, so we're buying the anti-venom,
Yeah,
antitoxin.
Alright,
Okay, how many uses is it though?
1.
Is it just
one.
a
it's just one. It's gonna be
Oh.
like a life-saving thing.
God.
No, it's the healing potion for the person who got bit by the snake.
3 days later, everybody's been bit by a snake. Frantically reaching into the backpack to be the first one to get the antivenom.
Can we get some caltrips as well? I don't know
Yeah,
how much you
caltrops
guys
would be
want.
the base price.
I was gonna say, caltrips?
Yeah, you throw them down, and then people can't have to
It's
stop.
caltrop, motherfucker.
Caltrop.
Caltrops give you 1 gold for a bag.
I need at least a bag. Do you
So
guys
it's
want
75 for the
some?
antitoxin?
Yep, 75 for the antitoxin.
Okay.
See,
Can
now
you
you're
find
asking
ball
yourselves,
bearings
do we
also
want
standard
that,
price?
or do we want 75 bags of caltrops?
I want 100 bags of ball bearings, man. I
Um,
want to coat the world in ball bearings.
and then before we leave, I also would ask everyone, would it be better for me to know if there is like poison and
Is there-
disease around half the time, or is it better to be able to talk to the wildlife?
Well, right now, probably toxins and more so than wildlife.
Right, but the thing is, the animals might be able to point us to the right direction.
Ah, yes, very true. They might have insight that we would not.
If they don't kill us, so that's the other issue.
Yeah, then we just kill them first.
Right, we do have someone that's quite capable of eye darting.
Give a nod to Earl.
He stares at the wall.
Isn't that right, Soup?
Hell yeah. No, he's thinking about the anti-venom, but he decided that who needs anti-venom when you have darts?
I guess we want to get the shopping finished real quick. Would there be some kind of like bandolier I could buy with like 3 or 4 pouches on it?
Sure, I'd say you could get one for a gold piece, given how much you spent.
And then I'm at least gonna get a bag of ball bearings. And then does he have a map? And then a map scroll?
Oh yeah, that was the other thing that we want to ask. My background feature is the Wanderer, and then we also have a Ranger. So between us, once we find our path, that's going to be like it's the getting there, but the getting back will be fine, right? Potentially.
Yeah, you should be okay. I would say that your group probably has a map. Like, every group likely has a map.
Okay.
As far as a map scroll, like something to protect it maybe, a scroll case, you
Yeah.
could get that for... I'd say you could get that for a gold piece.
And ball bearings, just standard gold piece for a bag.
Yes.
Unless anybody wants more than one
I
bag.
already put 5 caltrops and 5 ball bearings in the cart.
Okay, perfect.
Just floating around there amidst all the other stuff.
Well, no, it's little sacks of stuff, right? It's not just loose. Like it right. This is not one of the situations where it's like batteries not included, right? Like it comes with a pouch that you can.
It
hold
does,
in.
it does.
Okay.
But I like
Oh.
the idea that you would just put on gloves and then reach into there and grab a handful of shit.
See, I'm
laying
imagining
around.
you go to like a potion seller and it's like, I'd like to buy some poison, please. And they just take a vial and you expect it to hand it to them. They just douse it in your face. Here's your poison.
They just pour it on the desk. That'll be $50.
So I'll put the
other
bandolier
important
on.
thing, water skins and dried meats, cured meats,
Okay.
cured food. Because the living need to, the fleshy bits need to consume water and food.
Yep, you will need food and water.
However, food is also a thing that is probably going to be like more of like a minimal due to Ranger and Outlander.
Mhm.
Because there's a big part of me that doesn't want to exploit Goodberry. Fuck that spell.
It's a good spell. For bad people.
Oh, would he have a book of like the plant life, the flora and fauna of the area?
Yeah, you have herbalism stuff, right?
Oh, I do. Like, I don't have a book, but I have herbalism proficiency, and I used to live as a forager out in the area.
Do you have like an herbalism kit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that could be handy.
I keep that on me, but I don't keep the kitchen tools on me.
I would say if you're looking for knowledge on that area, you'd probably have to go to the archives again and look around. And you had done that before and found out about the scorpions and whatnot, if I remember correctly. You could go back there and try to find out more if you wanted. But only to a point. I will, of course, tabletop restrict you guys from doing it a billion times to find everything out.
Nah, we probably don't need to go back another time. We got a bunch of stuff. Scorpions is good. Just gonna add this stuff up and so we can cost out. So I'm just gonna grab the bandolier and I'm gonna take the mirror, the chalk, put it in one pouch, caltrops in one pouch, ball bearings in another pouch. Well, I think I'm all set. I don't know about you fellows.
17th of spring, we're going, are we going to be telling the lugs about this? Are we going to be,
I
like,
didn't think so.
we aren't? We're not gonna, like,
No, because
try
the
to...
potential time skip thing would make it a bit
We don't want to get them killed.
Yeah.
Shifty eyes.
Nah, they're our buddies. They're our rivals. Fuck everyone else. We're the only ones that get to kill them.
Wait. We don't have like any kind of like a tent or anything, right?
No, but living under the sky is like the best shit, dude.
Especially in a venomous jungle.
Yeah, exactly. What's not to like? Come on. Fuck. Live a little.
A tent will cost 3 gold for a 2-person tent.
Is there a 3-person tent? So we can have 3 and then 1 person on watch?
Yeah.
Let's see. I would say that you could get a larger tent that would run you 5 gold and could potentially hold your whole party. It'll weigh 30 pounds.
Okay.
So you'll probably want to have it in the cart. So you can add big tent if you're going to buy that.
Sounds good to me.
That's 133 gold out of our fund altogether.
Okay.
Wait, that's not what I have.
What? What do you have?
We're down to 133. What's the total then?
Oh no,
No,
that's
that-
133 like we're spending.
Yeah, that was like the amount that we're spending.
Yeah, okay. Because I've been just deducting as we go. It's like we're down to 94 now.
I couldn't tell you because I still can't get into tabletop.
I think checks out.
You boys swindling me.
No, because we got 94 in there, so that just takes up all that, and then I have money as well. So I have
The
100.
94. I've been deducting as we go.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me
We
ask-
had
No,
we had
we-
like
we should've
200
had-
gold.
Yeah, we had
had
like
more than 200 gold.
220, I think was.
It says only 94.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's because he's been actively like
I've been
deducting
taking
it.
I've been yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like as I add this is what I've added, right? Everything on this card, including the cart, is like what's been reduced from the,
Okay, no, fair enough. I thought 94 is what our total was now, so I was just confused. We're good.
No.
Yeah, that would be like, where did the rest of our money go?
right, this is everything we wanted to buy.
Cool. No, we're good
Yeah.
then.
And we gave a lump of money to. Where did my notes from last time go? I hate Adobe. I hate Adobe so much.
We'd given Freldot something.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember how
much?
much. Do we give
I-
more?
Here, let me see if I have.
If I remember correctly, you guys officially hired him on to watch the shop and had given him like a couple of silver to eat, but I don't think you gave him enough to really live until you guys get back.
That's what I'm concerned about.
I'm just gonna actually, while we're kind of figuring this out, I'm gonna look around at the party. A thought occurred to me. Weren't there a couple members of this back alley thieves that were still in the city? I wonder if we leave for a long time, if Freldis might be in danger from them.
True.
If it's only a few, I hate to leave a loose end before we leave town.
Although, how could we stop this loose end?
Well,
you
same way we
throw
stopped the
darts
first
in
two.
their eye. Yeah, you throw darts into their eyes. That's kind of the idea.
Well,
Perhaps
that
we can
convince
check with
them to
him
leave
before we
alone.
leave. I would hope so. I'd be very worried if they kept coming afterwards.
Right. We should. Obviously, talking about this off to the side so that the store owner isn't hearing this speculation of murder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, he's in the back grabbing stuff for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bounty hunting, it's not murder.
Yeah. No. Still kind of murder.
It's okay when there's a paper that says you can do it.
A semi-official paper.
Hooray!
Side note, table talk, guys. I do have the identify spell, but I don't have the material component for it.
Oh.
If we essentially want to spend
Yeah.
all of the gold that we have left on that.
Brilliant.
we
Throwing
all
that out there.
How much is it? It's like 50 gold.
It's 100 gold.
Oh god.
A pearl that costs at least 100 gold.
At least.
At least. I mean, we could pimp out for the 150 gold one and, you know, look real nice.
Real
but,
shiny pearls.
Exactly.
Fuck. I'm torn, like yes and no.
Yes and no. That's, I know, that's even if it costs 100 gold, it would probably cost more than 100 gold, wouldn't it?
I mean, I still have like, according to this sheet, I still have 16 gold. I thought I had given 10. No, did I give 10 gold pieces?
We give him like 2 gold.
Okay, that makes sense then. Like 16 gold should be appropriate. I have the 40 gold pieces hidden in my room as well. Like,
Hmm.
I have some money on me too, so we can always ask.
Oh yeah, table talk purposes, Illusion. What's security like in the shop? I know we have like the warehouse area in the back has like a lock and key, right?
Mm-hmm.
The
That's
front
it.
door also has a lock and key, or no?
The door has a lock and key, but it's not formidable. Like,
There's also a nice big window.
you know, one of the lugs could probably take a sledgehammer and get through your door easily, whereas the door to the back workshop is really substantial.
Okay, and I assume that we're storing the gold there.
I generally assume that you guys keep most of your valuables in that back room.
I think anytime we leave for an extended period of time, we're just packing everything up into that back room.
There are some things you can't, like some of the machines and whatnot, but you know, most of your valuables. will be
Any
back there.
loose tools are
Yeah,
being
exactly.
stored back there.
my beautiful cooking tools as well. Would like those stored away.
Of course.
Okay.
Probably find out about Pearl. See if we can get one.
Yeah. Just
I
ask.
think we should scrap it for now because it's like 100 gold is the base price, right? So unless we get a luck roll opportunity that's like pretty high, it's gonna be like 120, 130 at least.
Yeah.
Which is really gonna push
The
all our
only
votes.
other thing is like maybe seeing if Pavechi has like one that he can lend us on the sly while we're out there, just so that we can bring him back like the real good shit.
What are you looking to get?
See if Favechi might lend us like a pearl for the
Lend us
identify
a pearl
spell,
for the identify spell. Let's
so that we
see.
can bring
Or
him
sell
back.
us a Pearl if he's got one.
Or sell us one at a
crazy
discount
price.
so that like you know we sell the right things from the airship kind of thing.
that or loan it to us for a discounted price.
You guys could attempt that if you want, but I leave that up to you.
Should we? Yeah, it doesn't hurt to attempt it, just so that. Should we go right now to ask him about it, just and then go headhunt some back alley rats?
I
Let's,
would.
We should get going on the airship. Like, not, we don't want to let too much time pass. Already a bunch of time has passed.
Yeah, we've already had a.
I would fast forward the talk with Fovechi, but I will want a persuasion roll from whoever's going to be asking him this.
It was your idea, Dex.
Yeah, if I can get in the server.
If you don't
Oh,
want
right.
to make the roll, then you don't have to. Obviously, you can just, choose not to go and ask him for this favor. But if you guys are going to, then I will need somebody who's going to be the front man to go and make the roll.
It'd be just a straight check for me.
Alright, somebody going to roll for Daxon, I guess?
I'm fine
Sure.
with rolling for Daxon. Oh,
Oh yeah, no, Earl, you got it.
Yeah, someone just roll for me. I'm just gonna go up and just like, it's gonna be super tentative.
I need to double check that I'm not rolling a d12 again. Jesus.
Just
Hey.
It's not
There
bad
you
at
go.
all. Okay. I would say that he'll charge you a small amount for taking the thing as like a down payment, which he'll give back to you upon returning the pearl. And the down
wow.
payment is 10 gold.
I will give him 15 gold just as like,
Okay.
Like,
So
your
record in
generosity
your
is-
notes that Fovechi owes you 15 gold on return of the pearl.
And if we lose it, we have to pay for it, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Of course, if you guys go there and you get rich, maybe you'll just buy off what you owe on the pearl, which would be 85 gold in this case. But for now, this is the arrangement.
Well, let's find Freldis and speak to him. Decide if we need to tie up some loose ends or if we can leave town.
Go.
Can we track Freldis down?
Sure. So Freldis, since being told of this new development, has been staying in the warehouse, and for the last little while, as you guys have been kind of meandering about town, going to different shops and speaking with Fovechi and getting some anti-venom from another little apothecary nearby, when you guys come back, he's there, just kind of seated on the couch, and kind of gives you guys a wave as you enter into the room. Hey
I'm
guys.
just imagining like a warehouse that kind of looks like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like hideout.
It's pretty barren right now too, because you guys have moved most of the stuff into the other room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Freldis, how are you doing today?
I'm all right.
We wanted to speak with you. It looks like we might be leaving town soon, and I know when we first met you, you said there was another group of those back alley thieves. I hope you're not in any danger from them. I know we only took out half.
Well, I don't know. I think they'll just guess that I'm dead, but they're probably still out there. I'm definitely not going to that part of town. If you guys are going out, I'm gonna probably stay around here as much as I can.
All right, well, as long as you know how to take care of yourself. Here, let me give you this as well. I'm actually gonna hand him 25 gold.
Wow. Okay.
When you're out, get yourself a disguise kit. You'll be able to sneak around unnoticed.
He looks at this mountain of gold and looks up at you, and he goes, "Wow, How long are you guys gonna be gone for?"
How long do we think that we might be gone for? If we don't skip at all.
Without skipping at all, you're looking at probably, let's see, 6 to 8 days there and then back. So 12 to 20, maybe?
Well, for this, 2 to 3 weeks, it looks like, give or take a time skip.
Yeah, it gives you a nod and looks kind of at the gold there, and he goes, "Okay, well, I'll be careful with this.
Yes,
I'll keep the shop
care
clean
of
while you're
yourself.
gone."
Just I'll also go into my room and like grab another 10 and just be like, right, so that was for specifically making sure you stay safe when you're out and about. This is for living. It's not a lot, but an extra 10 gold just to get by. Try to ration it out. Don't use too many of my tools. Just learn a bit of cooking.
Yeah, he looks at all this cash that you guys have given him, and he looks to you afterwards, there, guys, and he just says, "Thank you."
Look, we trust you. We also want to keep you alive. You're part of the pack now. Get used to it.
I won't let you guys down.
I don't think you will. Should we go deal with the other back alley guys, or are we expecting him to be safe?
You guys would have a location, and Fraildas would detail out exactly where they are in town, narrowing it down to a building and a door on that building, which is kind of like an apartment block almost. It's up to you guys whether or not you want to take that up.
Would we want to deal with that right away?
I don't know. Do we?
So that's the thing. I wouldn't I would use like I'm just like I'm only willing to risk using like a spell, and as long as I get to nap on the cart on first shift, I could get a little bit beastly, but are we willing to take this on and then head out right after, making sure that our friend is safe?
Well, from what I saw of these thieves and what you saw, they're not too much to worry about, and I do believe Fereldas can take care of himself. He's had a hard life. He definitely knows how to survive.
Right, this is true.
And he's got some coins, some assets, a place to stay. It's more than he's had before. I think he might be all right. I have faith in the boy.
He gives you a smile, and he says, I should be okay.
That's good.
If you have any trouble, please seek out Favechi.
Yeah, he gives you a nod, and given how much you guys have spoken of him and all the travel that you've done throughout town, I would say that he probably knows where that shop is, though he likely has no personal connection to Favechi.
Also, I don't know if we have any line around ourselves, but I assume like we might have like a little like each of us might have like a little emblem of like the Catman Robotics symbol. Would we be able to hastily like make him one?
I'd say you would probably have some extras around if you wanted to give him one, like laying around in a drawer somewhere. Probably like something that you would attach with like projects when you hand them over when you're finished a job.
Mm-hmm. Just hand it over to him, and show him this, and just let him know. And also, this is yours.
Tucks away into his coat's like breast pocket there.
That's also yours.
Yeah, he gives you a nod, and it looks kind of like he's almost like having trouble taking everything in here, and seems like a little flustered to some degree. His eyes kind of
get a hug.
Yeah, his eyes kind of move around like he's got a lot of thoughts going on.
I'm gonna give the kid a hug.
Okay.
A hug.
Oh, he kind of gives you like a pat on the back.
I will hug around both.
Right. He and I, we grew up together. Now we're all here together. Now we're all family. You're now part of that family.
He looks lost for words. Like his mouth moves for a moment, like he's gonna say something, and he just stops himself.
Right. We're gonna be on our way. Stay safe.
don't get too worried if we're late. We will be back.
Okay. Yeah, no, I remember about the thing. I'll keep the shop nice as long as I can. Shit. Oh, if people come by looking for you, do I just tell them that you'll be back later? Or do I just not open the door?
Discern. Try to check them out through the window. If they look reputable, try to take their information. If it's the guy from downstairs below that you kind of maybe saw, yeah, let him know. Anyone who looks sketchy, yeah, don't open up for them. But if it's someone who's looking for us to fix something, see if they have a time frame. If time isn't an issue, let them know it might be something we're into.
Okay.
McNamara, this is your territory, really.
I mean, I can try to remember if they're looking for stuff.
If someone comes along to require us for a job, we are out, and we will be back at some point. Just take their information down.
I'd like you to roll insight.
Can someone roll insight for me as well?
Oh, it's a terrible roll.
My
Nate.
insight is just +3.
Just for that. So that'd be a 14.
Yeah.
What was yours? Mackinac?
Mine was Nate.
An 8, okay. You're not really sure what it is. He seems kind of tight-lipped and doesn't really say anything, but, guys, you're pretty sure that,
Doesn't know how to read.
he doesn't know how to read or write.
And I guess sort of in the hug, or well, I guess it would be weird to separate. Just pull them aside. We'll start teaching you a little bit. Try to get them to write it down. Hand them the utensils.
Yeah, he gives you a nod.
We'll teach you when we're back.
It looks like you're pretty sure that he, like, doesn't really want to admit it to anybody, that he doesn't know how to read.
And we'll keep it on the down low.
Yeah, he seems to be pleased with this, and, like, doesn't really say anything, and just sort of whispers sheepishly at the end, thanks.
No worries.
So 35 gold frail dust.
25 for disguise kit. 10 for base living. Hopefully he can survive.
Could you imagine if you came back and your shop was trashed? It's like on fire, and he's just sitting there inside the fire wearing like a clown costume.
Like, I got all their names.
Sorry.
This is fine.
Fraildos the dancing clown.
Oh my god. The best return. Guys, I might have fucked some things up. I forgot some of the
Really?
instructions.
Clown college though, huh?
Yeah, clown college. Okay, so you guys would know where this thing is. However, given, you know, the time constraints and everything, you know, maybe you do want to take that on, maybe you don't. If I remember correctly, Favecci told you about this job and didn't tell you, like, a time frame. He just said that when you guys do get back, I want dibs on whatever it is. And so your honor is being held to that. Yeah. However, he hasn't told you guys, okay, be back within X amount of days. So that's just up to your own, you know, desire to, like, complete the job and within what frame you want to do so.
Shit, you know, now I feel like we should take care of these guys just because we got a lot kind of riding on Frail this. And nothing happening while we're gone.
as a player, I'm just concerned that we like stir up a shitstorm and then immediately leave town, and that something bad's gonna happen while we're away because of it.
Yeah.
That would be pretty
Like
funny
we
if you
kill
went to go
everybody
do
except for 2 of them, and then the 2 of them are like, "Well, let's go fuck up the one dude who betrayed us."
it. That is a predicament right there.
Mm. Could we just bribe them? Could we just like give them a bunch of money and say like, "Hey, he's with us now. Leave him alone."
That's
We
another
have-
option.
We also have bounties on their heads.
Mhm.
True.
Well, yeah, we can just
Could
kill
we
them as
just-
bounty hunters.
I mean, are we working with the lugs at all? They're like our neighbors, right? If something shit happens, could we like, I don't know, ask for a favor from them or some shit?
I mean, like, what's the law down here like? Because you said last session it's like sort of lawless in the Undercity, but like, if there was literally just a bunch of people trying to wreck our shop, are there any guards that would be like, "Hey, you"?
Totally.
Stop
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, there are guards, but they don't patrol your area very regularly. So you'll see one kind of go by every now and then, but it's not like the main portions of the city, which are obviously the most prime real estate because the crime is kept down there.
Okay. So if someone wanted to, they could very easily wait for the guards to just not be on patrol there and then break in.
Yes. The common practice is to either bunker down or to hire your own guard, kind of like Fovechi has, because the local police are not going to usually be sufficient if you're living off of those areas, like you guys are. And some people choose to
Let's
wing
go
it,
talk to Favechi. and
like
see if we
Falone
can-
down there, who has no guards, who's just, just stays awake at the desk whenever he can, kind of thing.
What does it cost to hire guards?
Usually
Friends
like
go.
a silver piece a day for like a really basic guard kind of thing, like basically a hired thug who has no allegiances and probably little to no training, like a militiaman. If you wanted like a seasoned fighter who could actually hold his own, then you'd probably be looking at 2 or 3 times as much.
We just set up like a barricade on the window.
Just late caltrops everywhere.
We need to build one of those like metal grates that we can just like pull down whenever we leave.
Yeah, basically just like iron window.
Every time the group gets money, the shop just gets like more and more fortified. Those guys are a little paranoid.
Yeah, man.
It's like a turret
Um,
outside.
Can I just like stop by Favechi and see if I can give him some money to get a decent guard or 2 to kind of watch over while we're gone?
Interesting. He would tell you that the guards that he has, he pays multiple gold every day. And if you
Yep,
want,
that's what I thought.
if you want anybody close to their caliber, you can probably expect to have to pay the same. And you guys are going to have to come up with that cost on your own if you want to get that.
Does he know where I could find like a little bit cheaper guards? I would
There-
probably ask him for cheaper ones. I wouldn't insult him by thinking I have anything worth guarding as much as he does.
Yeah, there's there are mercenary groups in the city that you could hire for such things. There is a Mace Legion office here in town, which is a fairly small one, but has a selection of people that you could definitely go and try to buy from.
Yeah, you know what? If the group, perhaps we could check with this Mace Legion, and I'll toss a bit of coin their way to just look over things while we're gone. Better safe than sorry, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure lore-wise, knowing about the Mace Legion, they're like, aren't they kind of fucked?
Sort of. I mean, it depends. They're swords for hire, right? They have no allegiances to anybody other than whoever's holding the coin purse. So they've been used as mercenary armies for one city against another, for guard services, assassinations, everything pretty much. They don't have any city that they're not willing to, do work for or against. And likewise for people. So they do have a bit of a bad rep, but if you're looking for, a place where you can go to purchase a small army or a squad or a guard detail, they're always there. It's always a thriving business in this world, no matter what.
Yeah. All right. I guess. I don't know. They just rub me. They've always rubbed me the wrong way. As like, don't want it. This is the mafia, basically.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I just feel like with the fact we don't know how long we'll be gone for, it just doesn't hurt to have some kind of a backup plan if we're not going to take care of these thieves before we go.
I feel like this isn't really a backup plan. This is like the plan.
Well, if we don't want to pay them, we can always find some other way.
Is there any sort of like insurance bureau?
An insurance bureau.
Yeah.
I would say that insurance would probably exist in some cities here. I don't think that would exist in Vossnux, though. So there's probably places in the world where you could go to purchase such things, but not here. Most places would avoid that like the plague, given how it's sort of like the Wild Wild West underground here. It's just there's not a lot of money to be made and a lot of money to be lost.
Well, if we trust that Freldis can hold his own, we can always just tell the lugs to keep an eye on things if anything happens.
I'll call for
Help
the
out
guards
and
if anything
we'll toss them.
happens.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to be here most of the time, I guess we'll be alright.
Should be fine. Mm-hmm. I believe in him.
Are you guys really gonna go and take care of the rest of the gang?
I mean, do you not want us to?
No, I don't really care what you guys do. He's given me
Do you feel
everything
like
that I
it's-
have at this point.
Do you think that you'd be safer if we did deal with them?
He thinks for a moment and then he nods. Yeah, probably. But like I said, I'm not going over to that part of town anyway. It'd be stupid to do that.
Well,
I mean, if there's bounties, we could always just take them and give them to the guards alive.
yeah, that's true. And we didn't have any sort of rough estimation of the number of them.
Unfortunately, no. He couldn't tell you, because he doesn't actually know. He guessed like a few dozen, but, that's just his guess. It really has nothing connected to it.
There's a few dozen in the one, like the small one in town.
At this location, he's estimating that there's at least a dozen, maybe two.
Can we take on a dozen? Maybe 2 dozen by ourselves?
Maybe.
I know I've like one shot 5 of them like 5 cultists throwing them out of a window before, but that was a different character. That was a fun session.
Well, perhaps we'll ask our most logical friend, Mackinac. What do you think about this?
I do see it being problematic if we were to leave the city while there are those who might harm our new friend.
Oh,
This
I
is an
forgot to
interesting
tell you
conundrum.
guys. The password is green ale. If you say that, they might let you in.
Right, that's very good to know.
But they do change it. Like, I think every... It's like... I think they said when the season goes by, but I wasn't with them for that long, so I don't really... I can't remember.
Huh. Where do we go fuck on some kids? Yes or no?
You could leave it to chance. We do have dice everywhere if you guys were really that undecided.
I like leaving it up to the gods. I'm up for rolling it.
Ah, yes. This is where we acquire a unicorn.
And it's still there to this day. God bless.
Why the fuck tabletop? Please.
You ask for too much.
Here, actually, while you guys are thinking about that, I'm gonna save this and I think maybe
Restart
reopen. Just
Yeah.
to see if we can fix Daxon's thing. I'm gonna go to a wait screen real quick while we're doing this. Let's see here.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Let's try closing down tabletop here.
I'm just gonna quickly go to the bathroom.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, we'll take 5 or 10 here. I'll be right back while I
Alright.
reopen tabletop.
Sorry, I'm back. Alright. So did we come to a decision? We're gonna roll or not?
Oh, did you shut down the game?
Yeah, so just to see if it would if rebooting it might help me. Yeah, there it is.
Okay. Back. Hey, you got in.
Yeah.
So I hate to say it, but we might. I think it might be a bad idea if we don't. This.
If we what?
If we don't deal with these guys.
Yeah, I think it's a terrible idea if we don't, or if we don't, like, hire proper bodyguards.
Well, and
Yeah.
think of it this way: we're about to run off into a jungle. I mean,
I guess my big concern is that we might accidentally start a war with, like, guys that are much stronger. And that would take way too long to resolve.
Recon first, and then
yeah, we can check it out, like kind of get a feel for what's in there, and if we can take them out pretty quickly. Pretty small, right? It sounds like there's that jackknife that's a bigger one in the area, so these guys probably aren't much bigger than one hideout. Or we could, the recon to find out if they're talking about multiple hideouts or something.
yeah.
Maybe don't get involved.
And maybe not start with a fog cloud this time.
Yeah, we can do something different this time.
Okay. Because I am perfectly happy with either starting the fight with going on the offensive if they're all like clustered around and making them all either ice knifing a whole bunch of people. Because forget what is that.
Just get in that big like opening hit and then come off from there.
Yeah. What is ice knife?
Because Those other guys, it's not like they've got like crazy AC. You know, as long as we're not stupid about it.
Yeah, so either Ice Knife, which is 1d10 for the first person, and then like everyone within 5 feet must succeed a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage.
Take them all out in one hit if you get good,
Or we're playing
good
combat.
rolls.
What's happening?
Just determining like do either we like start off with like going like right on the offensive, just trying to figure out a game plan. Like if we determine yes, we should figure this out, like we need to dispatch these guys quickly and efficiently and not drag out combat. Because I can do that, or I can make it so that all of us just hit all the time. Because if I can do fairy fire as well, because I just want to do one spell for this encounter.
Wait, the table didn't save.
What do you mean it didn't save?
All the note cards are gone.
Ah, fuck.
Wait, it's okay. I have most of the list here.
So it was 93 gold pieces is where we were sitting at.
Yeah, but all the items that were on the note cards are gone.
No,
That's-
I got them. I mean, I can tell you what they are if you want to write them down.
All of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me know when you're ready.
Did Lucian load up an old save?
I think he loaded up the one that we had when we started today.
Walk shop.
Walk shop. You're on a walk now, did you know?
Alright, that's my favorite way of cooking. Walks. Great time. It's kind of like stews, but you know, walk.
But walk.
A walk shop.
Alright, so what was in that cart?
Okay, 200 feet of rope.
Hempen rope.
Hempen rope.
Okay.
2 grappling hooks.
Okay.
A bullseye lantern. And I'm going to throw my hooded lantern in there as well.
Turn. Sounds.
Be
Lantern.
10 flasks of oil. The antitoxin. It'll be 4 bags of caltrops and 4 of ball bearings because I'm gonna just tuck away one of them.
Okay.
And then the map scroll and a crowbar that I'm gonna throw in there as well.
Oh my Jesus. Thank you, Casey. The new biddy god.
Holy fuck!
You've also been informed or told not to die? I think chat doesn't want you to die.
We'll try not to.
I want you to know I'm still banned from watching ads on Twitch. I don't know why.
You're
Yeah.
banned from watching ads on Twitch.
Well,
I
it's
assume
not like don't know if it's like official, but basically neither of us can.
I have not been able to watch ads to get bits since last Thursday.
Huh. I have no idea how Twitch works, so sure, I'll just
No
go into
idea.
that.
Yeah, but you're an affiliate now. I can complain to you, and then you complain up the chain. That's how this works, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
is it? So I complain to like a partner, and then he
And
complains
it's like I
to
complain
him.
to you, and then you complain to the person. And it's like, yeah, right.
Probably.
Yeah,
how it
totally.
works.
Wait, wasn't like Casey like a streamer extraordinaire?
He was, I think, or something. He was. He knows more than I think anybody else does about streams. Maybe he knows. Casey, if you're listening, if you're out there, is there a reason why somebody might be removed from watching ads for bits, or is it probably something that's like a problem on the user end? If you are out there, please respond. Also,
Wow,
did
we have 2 times
everybody
grappling hooks.
Did everybody get back?
Yep.
Soup?
I think so.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. There we go. Okay. And we managed to get Daxon into tabletops. That's good. Did the group decide, or are we rolling dice?
Should be good.
I think we're gonna check it out.
Real
Yeah, we
decisive. You're going?
We gotta check it out. We gotta.
Yeah.
Tie up loose ends.
Tie up loose ends. Okay. So with that, you guys are headed over and draw a couple of things in here.
Yeah, I mean, loose ends almost got Valoo destroyed, and by the grace of the dice, it didn't.
I hear a weird warbling sound. You guys hear that?
Yes.
Is that me?
No, like I'm just watching everyone.
I think it's the music. Hold on. I think it's been solved. Let's see. So this white line here is the railing to the lower area. Put that too close.
God, this just makes me want to play Skyrim.
This is Oblivion music. What the fuck are you talking?
They use it in both, I'm pretty sure.
Is this track in Skyrim?
Yes.
No. Is it? For
I'm
real?
pretty sure it is. Here, let me double check, because, like...
Oh, let's use this. Okay. Because it's not terribly visible on a brown background, we're going to use yellow for the roads. So there's kind of like a road that travels through here. Side trail right there. Now, this is the building in question. It is a 3-story tall thing, and you have no idea how many of them will be found within the building. You do know, however, from what Fraildes has told you, that the front door is not to be used. Instead, it's the back door that most of the thieves use, which should be located in a little alleyway back here. There's a main door at the front, and there's a couple of other little buildings nearby. As you might imagine, this is in a slightly run-down part of town, but it's not on the ground level, and if you were to fall off of the side here, you would almost surely die, unless you have, like, a Featherfall spell. This is a walkway that goes from this little bit of city to another, and this is a stairwell down that leads to another lower area.
Are we familiar with this part of town at all?
You guys have been here for a little bit. Go ahead and roll luck for me. If you can beat a 10, then yes. Oh!
Hey,
And so the 10 was beat.
barely.
You have been here before and heard a little bit. You know that the main building here is one of the larger habitation blocks in the area. And until today, you had no idea that there was anything sinister going on in it, though, of course, those kind of things, like little gangs and stuff, tend to be run out of buildings like this. You would also know a little bit more. There is a... Let's roll here. Probably something pretty common. There is a tavern down here, which is open probably throughout the day, and the rest of the buildings here are little houses. Like a family each. So I'll write a little T here in white, so you can remember it's a tavern. Or that Jesus resides here. At what time of day or how you want to approach is up to you. The main methods would, of course, be either from down the road here, from here, the stairwell, from across the way. It's up to you. The rock wall of the very back of this area goes to right here. Kind of goes like this. So you guys can discuss how you want to do that. And if I remember correctly, it is late afternoon. So the evening is coming around if you guys want to just wait before doing this. It's completely up to you guys. It's the late afternoon on the 17th.
Okay.
Well, there's a tavern nearby. Do we want to go have a seat and perhaps listen to what might be going on in the area until later this evening?
Yeah, that could work. Are we not here to take care of the rest of the gang?
Well, yes, but we don't just want to burst in the front door.
I thought we were using the back door.
Well, that's true. Perhaps there's another way in. We might not even need the door.
And I'm fairly certain that this is the time of day where people might not fully be around. We want to try catch them all.
At the very least, we should probably have a look around. Get a lay of the building, see if there's any possible escapes other than the two doors.
I see.
We could perhaps try the password. If all else fails.
Somebody just fucking cracked something.
Is there anywhere around here that it wouldn't be weird if we were kind of loitering?
No, people like to just kind of stand around the streets and stuff. You guys could wander around. Granted, as a group that has, you know, simulacrum with you and a fair bit of weaponry and all that, you would stick out a little bit. But people, you know, just kind of stand around and stuff like that all the time, so that's fine.
Alright, well, while we're figuring this out, I guess I'm just gonna keep walking forward a little bit here.
Okay.
Kind of get a look at the building.
Sure. So are you guys leaving the shop to come here immediately?
Oh, we're still back in the shop.
I'd assume so.
Hmm. Well, do we want to go now, or do you want to head a bit later?
I would prefer to get this done as soon as possible, so that we can proceed with the salvage operation.
Yeah, ASAP.
All right, well, let's head over now then.
Okay. So you guys travel throughout town. It's late in the afternoon, and as the evening begins to come on, you can see like a couple of lights seem to go out here and there. But most of the city's vibrance continues, and the people wandering about are plentiful, and especially in the area that you're headed to, which seems to be a sort of lower portion of town where there's a bit of a cramped living condition thing going on. You're traveling across a long mezzanine which goes from one little plateau to another. And you guys end up right about here, stepping off of the area. And you guys can see this large building over there, which has been pointed out to you by Fraildas as being the main hideout of the back alley gang. You don't know what to expect, other than that there might be some people in there. Apparently tend to use the back door. There are civilians wandering about. I'll put down a couple of blank tokens for you guys, so you can see where they are, if that becomes relevant. Let's see here. So that's what you guys would kind of see immediately. There's a couple of people over here kind of talking behind the tavern. Somebody who's leaning up against the railing there, just kind of looking at the city. They look a little bit red in the face. There's a elderly gentleman right here who seems to be seated on like a very crotchety, old, rickety wooden chair, which is sort of leaned up against the little house. And he's just kind of, you know, watching the city life as well. Some people chatting down the road, and you can hear what sounds like an argument down on the other side. And of course, there's plenty of chatter and noise coming from the different houses and everything, especially this large apartment, which, you know, in this time period has pretty thin walls.
Taking just a general scan, is there anything that's kind of relevant to what we're looking for? Like, back alley, like, is there anyone talking about, like, just being a thug? Or just
Talking about being a thug.
Is there
I
a
don't know.
large
Make a
sign that says,
perception
"Gang
check."
people this way."
Yeah, I'm just trying to, like, just a big, just, I don't know.
Make that perception check, please.
Yeah. Wow. That's a 10.
There's a curious lack of gang signs being thrown up by either the elderly gentleman or the people down over here by the tavern. And what talk you do hear seems to be pretty run-of-the-mill stuff. There's a conversation happening in the house to your left, for instance, which you're able to pick up. And it sounds like arguing over grocery bills. There's a woman and man engaged in a heated conversation over the purchase of food.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna walk along the path here and just try to take a peek at the house to see if there's like any windows, if I can tell if there's people inside at all.
Sure, yeah, you make a perception check. Okay.
4+. Oh, 10.
Okay. Stepping out into this little round here where three roads meet, you see that this large building, which sure enough has 3 stories, is a very big, blocky, ugly-looking thing. And along its walls, there are numerous windows from its different stories, most of which seem to be closed, but some of them are open, and some have people in them that are kind of, looking out into the street and watching the city and whatnot. You get, a couple glances, just some guy looking up towards them, but nothing that really seems to catch your eye. They all seem to be pretty common folk, and definitely be part of the sort of lower class that everybody else here is from.
Do they look like thieves, or do they just look like regular people?
Yeah, they just look like regular people. Now, guys, as you make your way down the street here, you can get a little bit more of what's going on towards the tavern. There's a group of 2 people outside that are in an argument and are kind of doing that thing where they're squaring off, sort of screaming at one another with their faces very close to each other. And they seem to be arguing about something that's difficult to discern because most of their speech is slurred, and despite the fact that it's only late in the afternoon, they're quite drunk.
Drunk rambling, my kind of people.
Yeah, one of them still holds what looks to be a beer mug in his hand, which he occasionally moves around as he agitatedly explains his part of the argument, his side, and beer sloshes from it, leaving only like an inch left in the cup. As you might expect from these towns, most of the people in this part are human.
Yeah.
I'm actually...
glance back at Coalcoat.
Sure, yeah, he's way down the road there and kind of looking off.
I'm gonna try to turn around and catch up to Gas.
Sure.
Maybe we can go into the tavern and talk to the barkeep.
Yeah, you guys can move yourselves freely around the town here. It's the wonders of having a drawn map.
Do you want to check in the tavern? Perhaps there'll be some information to make sure we're at the right place.
Right, that's fair. I feel like Boyle wouldn't throw us off. Just get like a look back as well, just to see like if McNamara and Erlebald are coming.
You don't see them. And then after a moment, McNamara kind of steps around the corner. It looks like he's a bit more cautious into this area.
Just get like beckon them over, just like with an arm, just like come on.
McIntyre's head is on a swivel, looking for any sign of these gang members. He doesn't know what that sign would be, but he's looking for it.
Perception check, please.
Nat 1.
You're wandering through here and spot what looks to be a suspicious-looking woman standing outside of a house just by you on the road. And for a moment there, when you look over in her direction and see her hanging out bits of laundry on a string outside of her house, you swear that she gives you the evil eye for a brief moment.
I will quickly say to guys quietly, I believe that woman may be part of the gang you're looking for.
Alright, why?
She gave me one of those signs that you said that gang members will usually do, I think. McIntyre will attempt his best impression.
Sure.
Of an evil eye.
Yeah.
You look
Right, no,
over and
just
see
wait.
what looks like a woman in her late 20s hanging up laundry on a line outside of the house.
Just like kind of look at him, just like, you know what? That might not be a bad chance. Just go like poke over at Coalcoat and say, should one of us go up to her and ask her if she perchance has any green ale?
Yeah, it couldn't hurt. To be honest, that's what I was going to ask the bartender.
Ah, fair enough. Well, should we slightly split up? You and Mac go for the bartender, and Earl and I shall try to make acquaintances with the woman who apparently lives across the street from a den of thieves.
Yes, that works. Come on, Mackinac. Let's head to the tavern.
Just make, I don't know, unusually loud noise. No, wait. We'll just come meet up with you. If it takes longer than like 2 minutes for us, just poke a head outside and check if we're still around. We won't leave without you.
While you
If
guys
you
are
hear a
talking,
bang, that means things went badly.
while you guys are
Right.
talking there, the door to the main building opens up, and you watch what looks like a couple more people kind of step out.
What do they look like?
They look like your average commoner wearing like a very basic tunic, and the other one's got some sort of like brownish robes that they're wearing. The two of them seem to
they-
be talking about going to get something to eat.
Okay.
There's two of them. Let's go get them.
Right? No, wait. There might just be a different part of the building. Just, you go ask the bartender, and we'll just slightly talk to this last.
I will carefully study those two people as they leave, and nod to Gaius.
Guys.
Gaius.
Yay!
Yes!
Ah!
Okay, so
come
go
on,
put
Mac.
yourselves where you want to be.
Erlebald. I'm gonna try to. Erlebald's gonna try to look up and down this woman. Does she have the gait of a warrior? Any hidden weapons or anything like that? He's trying to assess
Sure, make
something.
a perception check.
that degree.
While he's giving her the eyes, just make sure that Colt stays safe. We'll be right along with you.
Of course.
Yeah, that's 13.
13, looking over at this woman, she doesn't look like she's exactly a warrior. A housewife would probably be a more accurate summation. You do see that she has some strong forearms, though.
Strong forearm. Right, just go over to her and just casually. Hey, I was hoping you could help me with something. I heard a spot of a rumor a little earlier, and I couldn't help but just find nothing but a craving that needs to be met by this. Oh, me and my friend over here,
She's giving you a look like you're from a different planet. And she's still going about putting up her laundry, but she seems like she's looking at a crazy person.
that's fair. Me and my friend, were actually looking for a bit of a hand. We're just some beer for those who need a little bit extra fun. I think someone said something about this area having something to do with some green ale.
I'd like you to make a persuasion check, please.
Oh God. That's an 8.
Okay.
Fuck, that couldn't have been a nat 20.
She looks over at you and she says, haven't heard anything about any green ale.
Can I insight check that?
Could I also insight check that?
Please.
Oh,
Oh.
fuck off, nat 1.
I rolled, I think of a +2. Alright, yeah, that's, 8.
Looking at this woman, it's difficult to tell exactly what it is that she's getting at. And before you guys can really come to any conclusion as to whether or not she might be lying or leading you guys on to something else, she grabs up her basket of laundry, it's still wet here for the pieces that are left there in the basket, and says, but I don't I don't like to speak about rumors, so I think this talk is over. Thanks. And she gives you guys a look like you're to be avoided, turns around, takes her laundry, and wanders into the house and closes the door behind her.
As she's walking in, just like, right, thank you. You've been a wonderful help. I'll talk to you another time.
The door closes.
Well, shit, did you get anything off that?
I don't think she throws darts.
Fucking kill me. Now, meanwhile, over here, Colcoat, you and Mackinac are going to the tavern, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Stepping over towards the tavern, the two of you pass by these two drunken idiots outside, and while they're talking here, the thing seems to come to a head as one of them starts to walk away like he's had enough of this, and the other one taunts him, calling out, trying to beg him into a fight, and kind of goad him into making a move against him, but he doesn't, and this one just sort of wanders off as fast as a heavily drunken man does, and this one kind of staggers off after him. Are you headed inside? The sound of drinking and reveling can be heard from past the door.
Before I go in, can I just look down the road and see what's going on with those two?
Sure. It looks like one of them's trying to, basically taunt the other one into fighting him, and the other one has decided that this isn't worth it and is just trying to get away. But both of them are quite drunk and sort of stumble here and there throughout the street.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna go in then. I'll leave them.
Okay. Inside this room, there are... two tables, kind of one back here with a few people at it, and another one sort of closer to the entranceway there. There's a little bar that separates the area here, past which you can see... There we go. There's a barkeep. And both of the tables here in this very cramped little sort of like back alley area are pretty packed. There's like a little half dozen of people here, all chitter-chattering in the room. When you guys step inside, you both get some looks from the people at the tables, and it's up to you what you guys want to do.
Probably just ignore the looks.
Okay.
Unless it looks like they want to kill me kind of looks.
Make an insight
if it-
check.
Damn, we suck today.
Woo!
That is 11.
It doesn't take a genius to tell that the looks in your direction are the kind that would be leveled towards outsiders. It's like, you don't belong here. You know, they can tell that you're not just, Joe from down the street. However, it's difficult to tell whether or not these are the precursors to violence.
Yeah, I'll just like casually rub off my claws, shine them up on my fur, and then walk over to the barkeep.
Oh. Is that an intimidation check?
Just like a casual, like, not looking for trouble, but this cat's got claws.
Okay.
I'd like to mimic Colcoat's actions as he enters.
I'd like you to make an intimidation check, please. One from you will not be necessary, Mackinac.
Oh. It's not intimidating.
Oh, there we go. 17.
You get a couple of whispers, especially from the two people over here by the wall. But you think you might have deterred them from doing anything risky, and it seems like they kind of go back to their business after you do this. The barkeep looks over. He seems to be a somewhat plump fellow with a bit of a belly going on, and a somewhat reddish nose there, a balding head, and he's currently washing off a glass with a damp rag there, and sees you approaching and goes, "What can I get you, friend?"
Oh, I was looking for a drink. Come closer. And I'll wave him closer. See if he does it.
He kind of leans forward, but you can sense and see that he's a little bit put off by this.
Okay, so for any of the distance that he won't lean, I'm gonna just lean really far forward
Okay.
and stare right into his face. I want to see what his reaction is and just say, "Green ale." Quietly.
Interesting.
That's a strategy if I've ever heard one.
It's a bold strategy.
I would like a stealth check from you, please, to whisper this over to him.
Wait. 13.
You're a fortunate man. Sorry, I had to look at chat for a second. Saw some old messages. He looks confused. He continues the tone with you, whispering back, though he's not nearly as silent as you are. He says, I don't have anything like that. Sorry, you... He kind of leans back. You might be confused. This is a pretty plain establishment. I've got decent ale if you want to drink. Kind of down on seats lately, though. Busy afternoon.
If you don't have it, look, come on, you know what I mean. If you don't have it, tell me who does. Where can I get it? Come on. Don't hold out on cool.
Well, I've never heard of anybody selling green ale. Maybe it's an elven thing. I'd like a perception check from both of you, please.
Okay. 11.
5.
Oh, jeez.
You don't notice anything, Mackinac, but over your shoulder there, Coalcoat, while watching the barkeep, you hear like a little shuffle from a chair at the back there, and see that a hushed conversation seems to have been sparked by these two people in, kind of almost in response to hearing this from the barkeep. You guys are already a disturbance, kind of, taking up what little vacant space in the bar there is, and stepping inside here, and clearly being from outside of town, and whatever it is that you've done over at the bar seems to have started like a private convo.
So there's just the two of them there?
The
at
two
table
over
together?
at the corner table. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take that piece of the papers, the bounty hunting papers.
Okay.
I'm just gonna flash them at the barkeep, and then just kind of tell him to be quiet.
He shakes his head when you show him that, and he goes, gentlemen, could we talk in private for a moment? And he kind of motions to the door over his shoulder towards the back room.
Perhaps I could, but Mackinac, and I'll lean in. Watch those two at the back table. They seem to have a reaction when the barkeep here spoke out loud. Don't let them go anywhere.
Understood.
Okay. Do you step into the back here at the barkeep?
Sure.
Okay. Before the train wreck continues, what are
I'd
you
like
two
to
doing
clarify.
out
Mackinac now turns and just faces the two people in the back room.
It just started
Not
to walk
menacing, he
towards
just
the-
like turns in that direction, just looking that
Uh-huh.
direction.
No,
Just
that's
started to
fine.
walk this way towards
Okay.
the bar, just because we flopped.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say that at this point you probably would have gotten over towards the door, and you would see that these guys have disappeared. They're off into the distance there. You think you might have heard a crash as one of them kind of fell into something, bumping into like a market stall that was left over and just passing out on the ground. The other one seems to have made a clean escape. So those two are gone. However, let's see here. It's not until just a moment after Coalcoat steps around the door there to have this hushed conversation that the main door opens up, and Mackinac, you see that Gaius is there.
Oh, hello guys. Did you find anything?
No, we didn't find anything that we were looking for. Where's Coco?
Just
He's in the back
whispering to
room
him.
having a conversation with the bartender.
Ah, right.
I am watching those two in the corner.
Did you just say it out loud blatantly?
No, like small conversational tone,
Oh, right.
fairly
Right.
quietly.
Can I just like look over and try to read what they're saying?
Oh, their backs are to you, so you can't see their lips at all.
Ah, okay.
They're both
Is
speaking.
there any
hush
way I
hush.
Could get into a any way I could get into a position to try to read that or not?
If you could get to like this chair. Now, meanwhile, back in the other room, Coco, the bartender, pulls you over, and he says, "Geez, you guys are bounty hunters? I knew you weren't from around here. I can't afford to have anything else break here. I'm already a little bit down on my luck.
Oh, fair enough. We do not want to cause you any trouble.
Look, whatever hunting you guys have, I am 100% with the law on this. I just don't want any of it happening in my tavern. Please."
Don't worry, I can assure you that. Tell me though, that building across the street, the big one, that is their hideout, right?
What?
What?
I don't... He gives you a look and kind of shakes his head and he says, I don't know anything about any hideouts. I mean, these streets have never been nice, but
You live right by it and you know nothing of it?
no.
Can I insight him? Do I believe this?
Please do.
Pressing X to doubt.
Press X to doubt.
14.
He seems to be telling the truth.
Well, do you know anything of these customers of yours? It looked like there were two in the back that got a bit nervous when we started to speak. I suspect they might be part of this thieves gang.
I don't really know them by name, but they come in every now and then, get something to drink. Probably just folks that live around here. They're probably just nervous because you got one of them, like wooden people with you. And they don't see a lot of non-humans, to be honest. I've had a couple come into my tavern before, but, it's maybe like a few a year.
He's not made out of wood.
Well, whatever, you know what I mean. Now,
Right,
at this
well,
point, I'd like to cut back to the other room before your response there. There is a motion as two people stand up from over in the corner of the room there. And with you still watching them, Mackinac, they just kind of like walk past you and go to the door.
I would like to edge kind of in front of them.
Oh, okay. So you have blocked these two people from the door. One of them looks over at you. He's got a hood on and seems to be wearing normal clothes otherwise. He goes, hey,
Hello.
mind if I get past you there?
Hmm.
Wait, was it? It was these two?
Yep.
These two that we were supposed to watch?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
The two that have gotten up, right?
Well,
I'm not
Mackinac has
mistaken, no.
told you he's watching those two. And they have
Okay.
gotten up and are walking to the door, and Mackinac seems to have stopped them. One of them turns to you and says, can I get by?
Hmm.
Not that one. These two.
Yeah.
Right, these two, right?
Yeah. Yes. Sorry.
It's all
What
good.
do they say?
He says, do you mind if I get by?
About this weather we're having.
That's so good.
The two look at one another, and then it's the other one that kind of takes a step forward and he goes, look, buddy, we don't want any trouble. You just get out of the doorway.
Been getting quite hot here recently, hasn't it? Woo-wee.
He gives like a knowing look over to the other one, and then this guy here just kind of like squeezes past you. He puts like a hand on your shoulder and goes, excuse me, and just kind of like pushes you against the other side of the door frame to squeeze by.
Oh, it's Hmm.
Do you
Can
stop
stop
him?
me?
I'm like trying to stop them. I'm just like trying to put my body in front of them, kind of thing.
Okay.
Just
Meanwhile,
gotta,
in
like,
the other room, what do you say to the barkeep?
I'll just tell him, just try to keep yourself out of trouble. We'll keep the well, if there's any fighting, we'll keep it away from your tavern. We don't want to cause you any troubles.
You guys hear a shout from beyond the door, both you and the barkeep. It's not either of these men attempting to leave, but instead, a civilian from back here calls over, and he yells and says, "You out-of-towners always think you can just bully us."
Just gonna like, oi, Mac, just let him go by. Like, why are you in the door? Did you?
I'll call out to the person who sat in the corner.
Mm-hmm. It seems to
I
be a
appreciate
red-faced
your
man.
concern, but these two strangers are not bullying me. Thank you, though.
He puts down his mug and stands up. "You smart-mouth piece of shit." And the barkeep over in the other room looks to you worriedly and then goes for the door.
I'll run out immediately.
The door opens up and both the barkeep and Coalcoat come out from the other side.
Well, what's going on out here?
You can see that
Mac,
there's... Oh, go ahead.
just like Mac, just let them out of the doorway. It's fine. Like,
Guys, no. Believe they're thieves. Can't let them go.
I know. Do you want us to just kill them right here now?
No, not here. I told him he wouldn't. Let me try something.
This guy looks over and he says, "Did you just call me a thief?"
I'm gonna quickly step up and I'm gonna kind of see if I can pull him closer real quick and be like, "Look, stupid. No, we're from the Jackknife Gang. Shut up. We've been looking for you for weeks. We have a deal to propose."
Make a deception check, please.
Oh God. You fucking idiot!
That's a beautiful
oh my
one.
God.
Oh, that was such a beautiful attempt too.
He turns over, and for a brief moment you see what looks like a flash, some sort of glint of metal, as he pulls from his coat a blade and goes to stick you with it. And Coalcoat does a 21 hit.
Yes.
You are shanked, and you take 3 damage. And the bartender goes, "No!" And I need everyone to roll initiative.
The hell out of here, dice. Into the abyss.
The funny thing is that wouldn't have been a high check either. Okay, I'm going to swap out a couple things to identify the combatants here amidst this crowded landscape.
God damn it. That was such a good. Was that just on the fly, dude? Because that was awesome.
Well, I was just like, yeah, how can I get these dudes to be chill with us? I'm like, oh fuck, I'll just pretend I'm from a bigger gang, right? Then they'll let us boss them around.
We can't roll for shit unless it's for loot.
At least we're rich guys, right? Right?
Yeah,
Rich and dead.
that's all that matters, right?
Yeah, rich and dead.
Rich and dead. Place yourselves on the initiative
Hey,
bar.
we're not dead yet. All right.
Okay, these guys got a 17.
Fuck.
Erlabald, you're first to go. You're standing over there in the corner. When it happens, one of them pulls forth a blade and shanks Coalcoat. A couple drops of blood fall to the ground. The fight is clearly on, though the bartender doesn't like it.
I mean, we gotta kill these fools then. Can I squeeze past them to get on this table?
You
Or I
could-
guess that wouldn't be.
I'd say
far
that you
enough.
could try to do so. It would probably be either an acrobatics or athletics check, depending on how you want to do it.
And if I attack in melee with a ranged weapon, it's disadvantage. That's unfortunate.
It is.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna just dagger him. Why not?
That's not a dart.
It is not a dart, and he's very upset.
It's a very large dart.
Your dice roll like just kind of proves how upset he was.
Yeah, he just sort of he whips up a dagger with a 7.
Okay, so you pull forth your own blade and lunge forward, but miss as this man sees this coming and steps to the side. Is that your turn?
I'd have to use. Yeah, I can't move because I'd have to disengage. Yeah, end turn.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna roll a d4 to see which of you lucky guys gets it. Alright. The drunken man from across the table in the corner of the room grabs his half-full beer mug and throws it at you, Coalcoat. Does a 17 hit.
Yes.
God damn, that's one.
Oh,
accurate
Jesus.
drunkard.
A full tankard of ale, or sorry, a half-full tankard of ale in a glass cup shatters on the side of your skull, and you take 6 damage.
Fuck.
Did we lose the temporary HP that we had?
Yeah.
I would say so. It's been a long time.
I couldn't remember when. Well, did we take a long rest? Because I think temp HP is still a long rest, isn't it?
It depends on the duration of the spell.
Yeah. Here, let me double check.
I don't remember when our last.
If it
long
doesn't
rest.
have a duration, then yeah, it's on long rest. But most temp HP comes with a... Well, actually not most. Probably like half of it comes with a condition. What did you get temp from?
My if in the aura.
Oh, that was when we were fighting. We've taken a
Yeah.
long rest since
Yeah.
then.
It came from
That was like the other day. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
I couldn't remember when. Anyways, I've taken a big lump to the head. I'm kind of okay still.
Okay, so 6 damage there as a glass shatters on the side of your skull there. Broken glass goes tumbling across the bar and the ground, and beer spills onto the barkeep behind you as he shields himself, holding up his arms, a couple of shards of glass flying across him as well. And over here, our tavern fighters will continue. Erlebald making an attempt on this man's life. He pulls forth his own blade. Taking out 2 daggers, making a swing at you. Does a 21 hit?
The 21 hits.
Okay, and a second swing, that'll miss. He shanks you a single time for... 2 damage. It's not too bad. Over here, this one goes and swings at you a second time, Coalcoat. His blade has already tasted your blood there. He pulls this forth from your chest. You've just taken a cup to the head, and then he swings it out towards your neck. And... Oh! He rolls a nat 1. As he swings, he kind of like... It seems like he slips almost on the glass and the beer that's on the floor. And as he does so, his arm bumps into you there, Gaius, and he lets go of his sword, and it lands on the ground behind you. And it is now your turn, Coalcoat. What do you want to do?
I mean, I really just want to shoot the guy, but
It's
it's kind of loud right now.
And also, you'd be at disadvantage.
No, I got crossbow.
Oh fuck. He's not worth a gold.
If I use my claws for attacks, do I get 2 of those or just 1?
I think you get just 1. Because they're not technically light weapons.
Which is weird.
Which is weird. I would...
It's fine.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna hunter's mark this guy, and then
Okay.
I'll try to claw him.
sure. Go for it.
Oh my god. Nope.
Oh, the group's luck is just trash.
That's about it for my turn.
Okay, he's got Hunter's Mark on him.
Yes.
It is your turn next, Mackinac. What do you want to do? Things have become violent.
Well, as McIntyre's observed, many things can be resolved by just smacking somebody over the head. A heavy object.
Ooh. True. Who is getting the smack?
Which one has done the most damage so far?
This one has stabbed Erlebald, and this one has stabbed Colcoat, and this guy has smashed a glass on his head.
Well, he clearly just missed when he's aiming for the thieves. He's good.
Clearly.
Clearly, he was attempting to assist us. It doesn't really matter. So let's roll to see which one I attack. Okay, attacking the one near Erlebald.
Okay. Go for it.
That is... It's 11?
You miss, unfortunately. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay. Next up after that, it is... Let's see here. Gaius, what do you want to do?
Just get a
Cast
Primal.
Thunderwave!
nope. No, just get a primal savagery. This dude.
Okay.
Oh god, that's a 13.
You hit him.
Oh my god, really?
Hmm.
We did it.
We did it, guys.
Hell yeah.
The spell is
It's game over
broken.
now, right? Win.
He takes 6 acid damage.
Okay. Six acid. He's still alive.
That's my turn.
Who is feeling lucky?
Not me.
I'm feeling
Yeah.
super lucky.
Okay, Relic, I'd
Yeah,
like you
do
to
it.
roll, please.
How lucky am I? It's a 7. That's a lucky number.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
The rest of the civilians in here become angry civilians. And as the drunken man steps up onto the table here and yells at you all and says, "Get him!" everybody else seems to do so. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
No, no.
The thieves get a... Okay, well they rolled a nat one, so they're pretty bad this time. And your tavern goers got... Oh, they also got a nat one. What the fuck is happening? Wheel of Fate is turning. Okay, so you guys are going to be going first here. It's worth mentioning that standing over in the corner there, the barkeep is just going, no, 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 oh, no, no, no. And it's just, you know, kind of watching as different parts of the bar are messed up as people start to kind of throw chairs around and whatnot. First on the turn order is Gaius. What do you want to do?
Alright. Seeing as now there's... Oh god, there's a lot of people now. No, I'm just gonna attack the dude in... Do the civilians have swords, or are they just throwing, like, odds and ends at us? Yeah, it looks
So
like they're
far,
armed.
you don't know. They've just kind of stepped up from their chairs, and you see one who looks like he's reaching for like his coat pocket, like he might, but you don't know yet. This one here is holding fisticuffs towards Erlebald, and this guy over here pushes out the chair and then actually goes and grabs it and raises it up like a club, like he's just gonna smash it over someone's head.
Alright, yeah, just... Wait, we need to end this quickly. And then just gonna go again for another primal savagery. Yes.
Okay.
14.
Okay, you hit. Roll damage. 6 again.
Yeah, 6 acid damage again.
Okay. You hit him again, and he is still alive. Though he looks clearly wounded. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Alright, Erlebald, you're up. There's a man over here with a blade that has recently stabbed you. In fact, he's got a second one that he looks like he wants to sink in you as well. And this man over here brings up his fists and gets ready to make them into weapons.
Would it be possible to... So how tall is the tables? Because I want to try to get the high ground and then throw daggers down upon them.
It's an average height for a table, you know, maybe like 3 feet off the ground or something.
Alright, could I... I'm not gonna disengage, but could I squeeze through this group of people to try to get on this table right here?
Yes, you certainly could. I'll need an athletics check from you.
Alright, wonderful.
To momentarily delete this table.
Whew, that was almost a 2. That's a 10.
Okay. So you'll be able to push past some of them, potentially. I'm gonna make checks for them to stop you as you go, like, making your way through the crowd. And, oh, okay. You try to push past, and immediately the first one just like checks you and kind of sends your back slamming into the wall there as you try to get past him.
Alright, that's unfortunate.
I'll say that hasn't used your action, but you have used a bit of your movement, maybe like 10 feet worth.
Then I'll just try to stab him with the dagger.
Okay.
Oh, dude, that's an 8. Oh, man.
This guy seems to be getting the better of you. After pushing against the wall, you lash out, and he just kind of leans back, and the swing misses and catches nothing but air.
Oof. Alright, in turn.
Okay. It is your turn now. What do you want to do, Mackinac, standing in the doorway there.
I again attempt to use one of the oldest techniques in the book.
Okay. Heavy object, Meek's head.
Heavy objects to skull.
Wow.
I'd like you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, it's a 4.
You swing down, but accidentally let go of your weapon. You find that fighting in the doorway is a little tricky. You have to kind of move your swing to not smash the door and like kind of hit the top of the frame. But by the time that you've adjusted and sent out your swing, you're not holding onto it as tightly as you should have. And in the last moment, you let go of the thing, and it flies forward and goes over the tavern fighter's head and smashes into the back wall and leaves like not a hole, but like a broken set of floorboards kind of pushed in by like 3 inches. And the mace falls down and then smashes the chair underneath it.
I did not intend to do that. Oh, poor Barkeep.
And the barkeep now, both of his hands are pointed over in that direction. He's like, no, 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 no.
Oh man.
Is that your turn, Mackinac?
I believe so. Yeah, that's my turn.
Colcoat, it's your turn.
Okay, we're gonna have one last turn of modesty. I'm not gonna shoot yet. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to claw this guy in front of me so hard in the face that I like break his. Does that hit him?
17? Yep, that'll do it.
Here's my D4.
Plus the D6 from Hunter's Mark.
All right, thank God for that. 3, 7. I don't know if I have strength. Maybe +1 to that.
You swing out your claws here. The man has been disarmed, having slipped a moment ago and let go of his sword, just like Mackinac did a moment ago. As you turn to face him, and he turns to face you, he looks like he's heavily wounded from Gaius' couple of strikes here, and before he can even bring his arms up to try and defend himself, you make a quick swing here, and your claws just rake across his face and send blood splattering onto this man right here, and he falls down to the ground dead.
Is there any way, as he's falling, I can kind of shove him on the table, not like knocking anybody out of the way, but just so they can get a look at him.
I'd say with how cramped it is, probably not.
Okay.
But
All right,
you
well,
do
I'll,
kill him.
I'm gonna step up over and stand on his body, and probably taller than everybody right now with my height.
Make an intimidation check, please.
You all. So, bonus action spirit the Raptor's back.
20.
This guy right here immediately puts up his hands. Like, you saw he was reaching for something in his coat, and he just, like, splattered with blood, goes, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, now.
I'm just gonna quickly flash him the bounty papers.
Okay.
This is official business, and you stupid drunks are getting in our way. If you value your life, stand down right now. It goes for the lot of you. And yeah, I'll put my hunter's mark on this dude as my bonus action, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. Interesting. It is... Oh, that was your turn there. Okay. The tavern keep seems to be beside himself here. He's just like, he's no longer pointing at the different things being broken in his tavern. He's just got his hands on his head, just like a man prostrate there, falling to his knees as everything is being destroyed. The different drunks actually seem to back off. It's clear there's still some anger, especially from this one in the corner there. But this one will, unless you guys are going to attack him, steps away with his hands in the air and just kind of tries to, like, make some distance from you guys. And this one here, though, he will barrel through and tackle you, Mackinac. I'd like you to make an athletics check, please, or acrobatics, your choice.
Ooh.
Oh no!
Again?
Again.
With ease, this man goes and just, like, football tackles straight into Mackinac, seeing that the jig is up. The magical words, bounty hunter, have just been uttered, and he turns and, like a missile, just torpedoes out into the street. Mackinac, you land prone, probably right about here, actually. This guy's, like, scuffed. He's got dirt on him. He quickly gets to his feet. You can see he's left, like, a dagger behind him, and then he just goes to run.
Should we get opportunity attacks?
I would say, given the dynamic exit and the fact that Mackinac failed that save, no.
Okay.
He gets to about here across the street, and there's some things that have changed. These two people that were talking there are now over here, and they look like they're watching on in shock. They kind of step back when all of this happens. And it goes around to the next initiative. Everybody roll, please. Buddy in the street gets... Oh! He rolled well. He might escape. I got a 20. Not natural, but a 20. There we go.
Fuck.
It's all going to shit, boys.
Soup got 21.
Nice.
Oh man. How should I do a
Fucking-
regular dagger or sharpshooter?
Well, you shouldn't do a dagger, because everybody knows those are inferior weapons.
A dart, I mean.
Well, you can dart him and still catch up to him, too.
Yeah.
Give him
Yeah,
the-
that's what I'm gonna do.
Or you could just, like, SWAT team tackle him or something. Either way, move your smarties wherever they are, but I think Soup is first.
Soup, please.
Alright. I've got
Who's yellow?
this.
Fuck.
Oh wait, I'm red. Hold on. Forgot to move my thing.
Okay.
Whoops.
So it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Alright, he's
The
just
Terp
gonna
has
move.
run out through the door. He's tackled your robot friend.
And now he's gonna throw sharpshooter dart at tavern fighter.
Okay.
Got this.
Where are you throwing this dart?
Right at his whatever I can get that's soft. I don't know what fuck, I rolled an 8. Ah, that's a 10.
Oh no. You throw the dart and it goes like just over his shoulder by an inch and just sticks into the building beside that one there.
That's unfortunate. And then he's just gonna scoot his way over here.
Okay.
The rest of his movement and turn.
All right.
Oh man, I rolled shit for every attack.
It's this guy's turn next. He will I would say he's not gonna disengage. He's just gonna run. So he'll. You can make an opportunity attack on him here.
Alright, wonderful.
Oh, you did it.
Fuck, where was that?
Roll your dagger.
Listen, it's a D4. I don't know how much mileage we're gonna get out of it.
Oh no! The nat one.
Yeah, that's 4 damage.
Okay.
Eh.
So you get like a little slash across him there, but it's not enough to stop him. And he will run to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. He disappears around this corner, and you hear him going off. Mackinac, you're laying there on the ground, looking over. You see that he just crests around this building.
Is he dripping blood?
From that little slash, yeah, you'd probably see, like, I mean, you're back here, but yeah, there's probably some blood in the alleyway. It's likely. And Mackinac, it's your turn.
Okay. I am going to activate my Titan Furnace and get up
Okay.
and chase after him. So I was here. One. Oh, I was here. 1, 2, 3.
Whoa, how do you have so much movement?
I get an extra 10.
From the
Like
furnace.
40 right now.
Oh.
Can I attempt to tackle him?
Do you have an action?
No, I used it to dash.
I would say no, not in this case.
Okay.
But
I'm going to use the rest of my movement to just block the way he's running.
okay. Let's see here. As you get around the corner, you can see that you are not alone. And there appear to be a couple of people over here that are talking sort of by this rock wall. And they look over and see this whole thing going on here. But you haven't made any attacks or anything. It just looks like one guy chasing another guy.
Mhm.
And after Mackinac, Gaius, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna throw the barkeep a gold, and just like, right, sorry, gonna squeeze over here. Try to grab Macnar's mace.
Sure. Yeah, you squeeze past the table and get his weapon.
And I wouldn't really be carrying all this heavy shit with me. I wouldn't be carrying my bedroll with me, so I assume I can carry the mace. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. See Erlebold can't see Mac anywhere. Just Earl, where did Mac go?
Up over the corner. That way.
Where do you point him?
He points in this general direction.
Okay, good.
And then I guess I'll use my bonus action to dash as well. 1, 2,
Bonus action
3,
dash.
4, or sorry, action to dash.
Okay.
1, 2, 3,
A rogue
4,
druid.
5, 6.
Okay.
Would sneak attack work as the shape change?
Sneak bear. Colcoat, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm just gonna first step over here, and I'm gonna look at that bastard that hit me with the tankard of ale. And as I'm walking over to him, it's just like low, guttural, awful growling at him. And I'm gonna stand over him and look down at him. You escape with your life, but you will pay for that. You stupid little man.
You can see his fist is balled up into like a weapon ready to launch a strike on you at any moment. And it's clear that he's still got like some rage in him, but he doesn't attack you.
I guess I should also say I've got my gun pointed straight in his face at this point.
Oh, okay, well the tone changes a little bit if that's the case. And he kind of like leans back there like he doesn't want any trouble.
You will pay. Just know that. I will come back for you at some point. Sleep with one eye open, friend. And I've had enough of this guy, so I'm gonna. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Tabaxi. So I'll double.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'll sprint. 1, 2, or dash. 2, 3, 4, 5. Get to there.
You can just see what's going on around the corner. And let's
that'll
see
be it.
here. Okay. Everybody, please roll initiative again. Let's see what this guy gets. Ooh, he rolled pretty well. Pretty well.
Oh no,
I love this new initiative system. It's so random. Like,
that is pretty good. Oh, come on!
Fuck! It was almost a nat 20. God damn it.
What?
Whoops. That's not mine.
oh, he beat you guys with an 18.
Ah!
Okay. So he will disengage, having been wounded already here. He'll kind of 3, 4, 5, 6. And Mackinac, you would see that these two people here run over and stand in your way. It is now your turn, Mackinac. What do you want to do?
I'm going to say, excuse me, I must pass, as I run towards them.
You can see that one of them has his arms kind of crossed there, sort of like a bouncer would, standing outside of a club, while the other one has his hand outstretched towards you with the palm out, noting that you stop, and the other hand has like gone into his back pocket. And he looks over and he goes, "You don't want to go past there, friend."
Oh no, I do. Thank you for your.
No, trust
Please
me,
move to the
you
side.
don't.
No, I do.
He puts like his hand out to stop you, and you can tell that he's going to try and keep you from getting past.
Try and slide between them.
He pulls
He's like,
out.
no, I definitely want to go past. Thanks. Goodbye.
He pulls out a dagger and shanks you.
Oh, it's kind of rude.
Oh, he misses though. He rolls a 5.
Can I just like take? Is it possible I could just take the dagger out of his hand?
You could try. Yeah, sure. Make a dexterity check for me. Just straight dex.
I'm definitely not good at these.
So he looks to you and he goes, "Trust me, you don't." And then he goes whoosh, and just sends the dagger out, and you move to the side and just pull the thing straight out of his hand. And he looks like he's just completely flabbergasted.
Thank you. I had dropped my weapon, and I will rush past. Can I rush past?
I would say that with the amount of shock that these two are experiencing, even the one who is like kind of on the sidelines there doesn't know what to do, and you can move past.
I will move past and attempt to tackle.
Okay. Go ahead and make for me a athletics roll. This guy gets a 18. Oh, I'm rolling with some fire.
What?
Oh.
What? That's like the third one out of the past 4 rolls I've made.
Tuesday is super cursed. I don't know what the fuck deals with what demons you guys have been doing, but
We didn't do any. Maybe that's the problem.
it's Monday group. They put a gypsy curse on you. You quickly take the dagger there, turn the corner, go to leap forward. You can see this man rushing. He's like got hands outstretched for the door. He sees you, and then he stops, and you go like sliding past him, and end up over here, and kind of collide with the wall.
Can I still use the rest of my movement?
Yes.
7. That actually is all my movement. Hold on, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'd say
Yeah,
that
no,
the
okay.
slide doesn't count, by the way.
Oh, the slide doesn't count? Alright. I will interpose myself in between him and the door, as that seems to be where he's going.
Okay, so yeah, you slide past here, and he goes back for the door, and you step in front of him.
Please stop running.
He doesn't look like he intends to heed your words here. It is your turn, guys. What do you want to do?
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I see these guys up ahead just trying to block people, or do they just look shell-shocked?
No, you just turn the corner and see two people who are looking in this direction. You don't know what they're seeing, but they both look like they're surprised. They look like a couple of civilians who have just seen some sort of, like, strange spectacle.
Alright, alright, then I'm just gonna keep running.
Okay.
6. I'll take my action to dash again and just like yell at them. Just no. Nothing to see here. Just squeezing by. Excuse me. Sorry. Just try to get by and just gonna try to get by them if I can.
As you say that and run over, this guy kind of looks at you. He says, "You don't want to go over there."
No, I'm just a friend is just trying to get over by. Just try. Oh, can I slip past?
This guy will try and stop you. Now that they've come back to their senses, he will try and grapple you.
Oh, fuck. All right. Sure.
You better roll well.
What is that? Is that a dexterity saving throw?
It's acrobatics or athletics. Your choice.
Oh, great. No, that's good.
But you're probably screwed either way.
I'll go with acrobatics. That's a 16.
Okay. You try to move past, and he grabs a hold of you. You are now grappled.
Just gotta look at. Right, what? And I'm going to, at that point, be like, I'm gonna summon my bear totem.
Okay.
Fuck. I'm gonna summon it.
That's a good question.
Yeah. Oh, Bald, why are you so fucking far away?
It's a problem.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not getting metagame this. It's just gonna be on me.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, Airlabald, you don't get 7 temp HP, but Colcoat and McNamara, you get 7 temp HP.
7 temp HP.
Cool.
Okay. So you guys get a boost there. And is that
And
your
also
turn?
advantage on any strength checks or saving throws.
Oh, that might be very useful.
Yep.
Let's see.
That's my turn.
Erlabald, you're up.
Alright, this is just gonna be me moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Regular action dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the end.
Alright. Do you say anything when you kind of like turn the corner and see Gaius being grappled by some civilian?
He says nothing, but his darts are at the ready.
Okay. And after that, it's your turn, Colcoat. What do you want to do?
If I take a quick peek at the building, are there any accessible windows?
Yes, there are plenty. I would say that near the back, there's not a whole lot, given that it would be facing just into a rock wall. There's like a single window right here, but there's a few on the main floor, like back in this direction.
Are there any on higher floors?
Yes, definitely.
Is there one that looks like it's open that I could climb up the side of the house into?
Roll luck.
We're great at these today.
Wait, where did that die go? Am I blind?
It's over here, top of the path. That's a 7.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Looking around, no, it doesn't seem so. You had seen some open windows towards the street, but on this side of the building, nothing.
Okay, I'm just gonna step up to squares here and take a look inside the window if I can.
Oh. The blinds are there. With a luck check of 3, you see nothing.
2, 3. Can I just like barrel into the civilian guy and knock him off?
Sure,
Off of,
yeah.
Gallus there.
Go ahead and make a athletics check.
With advantage.
With advantage. You have to beat a 11.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Athletics, right? Oh, good, 12.
Okay. You're like 11. That's too high a DC for today. Okay.
It is.
You leap forward and you tackle this guy. Guys, I'd like you to make a dexterity check, please. Saving throw.
Okay. Sure.
Oh, shit.
That's 4.
Okay. You do not manage to remain standing. The three of you guys end up on the ground over here as Coalcoat, you barrel into this guy. So you guys are all prone except for the guy who's by this corner. But you have successfully broken the grapple for Gaius. You can also see around the corner that Mackinac is like standing in front of a door, and this man right here is trying to get past, and it's the guy from the tavern.
Okay, I'll look at the 2 civilians. Stay out of this. It doesn't concern you. And I guess that'll be it.
Okay. I think you're last on the list. Before we roll initiative, I want somebody to roll for whether or not the guard is coming. Luck roll, please, from whoever's got it. 11 or higher, the guards know, and they're on their way.
Who wants to be responsible for...
The guards know, and they're on their way.
Wait, you said 11 or higher.
Yeah, it's an 11.
Oh, I thought
1
high
to
numbers
10
were
would be
good
no,
things.
and 11 are up, you know.
Oh, I thought it was high number good, low number bad.
Yeah.
Well, high number means guards are coming. I mean, whether that's good or bad is up to you guys.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, we're not breaking the law.
They attacked first, alright? Han shot first.
Everyone roll initiative, please. Ooh. I am rolling really well, and you guys are rolling really bad. This guy's initiative is the same.
What?
Yep. It's on the stream. Read them and weep.
Listen. I'm not approving of these loaded dice that you keep using.
Mm-hmm. Just bought them off of Amazon recently. You guys, let's see here. Okay, so it's his turn first. This guy will... He is gonna book it. He's not gonna try and get past into the door. He's going to disengage and run to here. And then these two guys over here, having you guys barrel into them. Let's see. This guy's gonna just kind of step away. And this guy here will get up and kind of shuffle away as well. And it is Erlebald or Mackinar's turn. Your guys' choice.
Doesn't matter too much to me. You can go first if you want.
Sure. I will, again, attempt to tackle this guy.
Okay, go for it. He's a slippery one. It's got loaded dice. You have to beat an 11.
Is he the slippery one, or is Mackinac?
Don't you have
slippery right now?
advantage too?
Oh, yeah, you have
Disadvantage
advantage.
on strength checks.
Oh, do I get that?
Yep, you have advantage on strength checks, I think.
Oh.
For the bear totem.
The only way we...
That's, you know what? I didn't even need it.
Beautiful. So what was that?
That's a 14 athletics.
You tackle him, and the both of you fall down to the ground here. You can see what looks like a startled civilian there who was kind of peeping around the corner, seeing this, and you know, he kind of like steps back. It looks like a young boy, maybe like 12, 13, something like that. And over here at the back, you can see what looks like a group of guards. There's a civilian who is talking to them, and the the civilian's like pointing down the road, and all the guards are looking there. And then as you two fall over here, he like points at you, and all the guards look at you.
I just want to start tying this guy up if I can.
Oh. I would say you wouldn't have enough time to tie him, but you could pull out a rope and be holding that to
I will
clearly
pull out a
show.
rope and prepare to start tying him up.
Pull out your what?
So I'll pull out the rope and prepare to start tying him
Okay,
up.
so you've got the rope there in your hands, you're ready to get him, and he's kind of struggling underneath. And let's see here. Rename these. Okay. It is Erlebald's turn then, I believe. Yes.
Alright, wonderful. This is one of the guys that was trying to hold up.
It looks like he was trying to block your friends, and Coldcoat just like Supermaned through them.
Do they look like they're still trying to fight, or are they getting the fuck out of there?
They look surprised. You don't see any weapons in either of their hands.
Because some of their daggers was stolen.
He doesn't know that. He doesn't know that.
I guess I could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I could totally do that. Alright, so he's gonna try to move past him as he's startled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does he stop? Does he try to reach out, or is he
No.
too spooked?
He does not attack you.
Alright, and then action to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
And then action surge attack. Oh, is he prone?
Both him and Mackinac are prone on the ground. They're kind of wrestling with each other, and Mackinac is holding some rope as though he's trying to wrangle him, but hasn't quite done it yet. So you don't know if this guy's going to break free, or if Mackinac is going to overpower him.
Alright,
Pretty
better
slippery
safe than
so far.
sorry. I'm gonna action surge, because I'd have disadvantage on that if he's prone.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. Is he too distracted to stop me if I slip past?
Yes, I would say he wouldn't make an attack.
Alright. 5, 6. Yeah, he's just gonna sit right here.
Oh, you're going to dash? Okay.
Yeah, with action surge.
Okay, sounds good. After that, it is your turn, Gaius. What do you want to do?
Just look out over at the other dude as I'm on the ground. Just
Why the fuck were you holding me?
Yeah, he looks over and goes,
Right, fuck off!
just go run, stand up. So that's 15 feet. 5, 10, 15, and I guess just peer around the corner.
Yep,
And
you can see Mackinac there with a grappling attempt holding the rope in his hands.
And then, with my bonus action, I will move. I'll just keep my spirit totem. Actually, I'm gonna have my spirit totem just be right there.
Okay.
So it's that doesn't add up anyway. Okay. Anyway.
Colcoat, it is your turn next, I believe.
Okay, I'll stand up, and then I guess I will dash. And just kind of oversee this struggle in front of me.
Okay. Everybody please roll initiative. I hear frantic typing.
No, I grabbed another counter just so I keep track of time with the totem.
The guards
Oh
get...
shoot, let me steal that away.
Ooh, okay. Players generally go first, I would say, before enemies. Erlebald, you are first here. Mackinar's trying to wrangle this guy, but it's not clear whether or not he's going to win against him. You stepped out into this open area, a sort of dirt square where some of the roads meet, and you see a civilian pointing towards this kerfuffle, and a group of 4 armed guards who look over. Seeing you run out there with the dart in hand, one of them calls out and just shouts, "Drop your weapons!"
What we know of law in this place, are we going to get arrested for having a fight in a bar in a civilian area?
A fight in a bar would probably get you maybe like a couple of days in jail, or maybe a fine. Nothing serious. If you killed somebody in a bar, well, it could be different.
Oh, alright. Running from the guards seems dumb. Yeah.
Did you guys, I have to ask, did you guys envision this when you set out to go and take care of the gang?
No.
No, believe it or not.
We really just should have gone straight in.
Hindsight's 20/20, man.
I mean, yeah, he's just dropping the dart. There's no way.
Okay, so you drop the dart, and the guards, you know, kind of take note of this. You can see they have their weapons pointed, but no one shoots at you. Is that your turn, Erlebald? Are you just
Yeah,
gonna
that's
freeze?
my turn.
Okay. After that, Coalcoat, what do you want to do? You're around the corner. You would hear this call, but you can't quite see the guards, I'd say.
Can I just can I just go after Mackinac to see if he can tie this guy up first before I do anything?
Oh, like try and help him?
Well, just kind of like let him try to tie him up before I do anything in case.
Oh, like
it goes
hold your
badly.
turn. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just take yourself off the chain and then reintroduce yourself whenever. So Mackinac, you're up next. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna tie this guy up.
Okay. Make a grapple check for me. Athletics, please. Beat a 12. Just a tall order tonight, apparently.
Done.
Dunzo. Okay.
Done.
He
Nat
he
20.
tries and squirms to squirm away here. He brings up his hand, and before he can use it to push against you, you pin the thing to him. So he's got one arm in like a really awkward position, and tie the rope around him. He is not going anywhere. You guys are technically, depending on what happens next, no longer in combat. So we'll say you're in pseudo combat here.
I'm just gonna stand up, like holding on to this guy who's like tied up, you know, by the rope. Just turn to Coalcoat. I recovered him.
Yes, nicely done.
The guards rush over towards you all. Drop your weapons! You, sir, against the wall. One of them points to the wall there, guy, or Erlebald.
He just grumbles and goes up against the wall.
You too, boy. And the kid over here kind of steps against the wall there, and the guards come rushing over. You can see they have
we
like crossbows and
captured a
swords.
criminal.
Just want to sidestep around here.
Okay, you have plenty of time to do this. Hearing the call of the guards, you step around the corner. You also
Do I
see
see-
over here, this guy is like, he just dips and goes running, and so do the others.
Gonna just step over here and just try to like keep an eye on this alleyway.
Watch as they like disappear into town. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Back over here, you can see that there's the guy tied up there. The guards are pointing their weapons. One of them levels a crossbow right at your head, and he just says, "Off of him now!
What did he say?
Off of
Off
him!"
of him.
Oh, to me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'll like pause, just like questioning. Okay, and let him go.
The best would be if you were like, "Nice weather we're having." Okay, you guys are no longer in combat. As you back away, this man here also has some weapons pointed towards him, but the guard seems to be equally as suspicious of you as they are of this thug on the ground. And this one kind of backs up and keeps an eye on you, Erlebald, and the talks begin. The guy on the ground, I'm going to make an intelligence check for him. He calls out. He says, "Guards, these guys, they killed my friend at the bar back there." And the guards look at
Yes.
him, and then they look over at you guys.
His friend and this man are both members of a thieves guild, or a thieves gang. This is their headquarters.
Make a persuasion check, Colcoat. You've been great with
God.
these so far.
Oh no.
no.
15.
Oh, okay, that's like 100% better than normal.
The best roll.
Yeah.
That's a 15,000% increase over most guards. The guard looks over at you, and he says, "What are you guys? Bunch of bounty hunters or something?"
Yes, we've been contracted to help clean up some of the thugs in town. This is the headquarters of this back alley thieves. We figured take this out and, well, that problem is off of your hands forever. We were attacked by civilians, I assure you. We did not touch a single one. We know our place here as bounty hunters. And I'll
Very
show
well.
him the big gash on my head from where I got hit with the tankard.
Okay. One of them points out his long sword towards you, and he says, "Very well. Drop the gun."
Put it down.
Okay. You put down the gun, and this guard, meanwhile, is approaching you, Erlebald, and he has a pair of handcuffs. He says, "Alright, turn around. Hands behind your back."
He just follows instructions,
Okay.
belligerent.
So you guys are cuffed over here, and over here on this side, this one steps forward towards you. Seeing the gun on the ground, he goes, "Alright, we'll talk. Show me your papers then. If you're bounty hunters, you'll have some kind of identification."
Take out the papers and pray to Titan that not fucking us over.
Now you guys can see
alone.
that the general atmosphere, despite the fact that Erlebald is like visibly being detained over here and everything, the guards seem to be to some degree on your side. As this guy goes to talk again, one of the guards just kicks him in the stomach and immediately just goes, "Shut up." And you know, it doesn't look like they're really against you here.
I will, as confidently as I can, hand him the paper.
Okay, so you hand over the paper, and this guy gives it a look. Oops. So it was an 8 and a 14 plus. Okay. He looks at the paper, and he's nodding for a second there, and then he stops. And you see he kind of like holds the paper against the wall for a second, and he smudges something on it. Like he holds his thumb against it, and you watch some ink rub away, and he just kind of squints his eyes and then looks over at you.
Is it a problem?
These papers are fake.
What do you mean, fake? We were contracted out a few days ago. From Falone, in the lower quarters.
You see the guardsman looks over the corpse, or not corpse, but the tied up body that's on the ground there. He's since been cuffed on top of having like the ropes kind of tied around him. And one of the guards, you know, meets the gaze of this one, and he shakes his head like he doesn't know what's going on. And the guy looks back and says, "I assure you, I know every bounty hunter in this city. Every contractor there is. Never heard of any Falone. Whatever papers these are, they're fake."
Well, if there's someone out there issuing fake bounty hunting papers, well then perhaps we need to bring them in. We'd love to show you where he is. As far as we knew, this was all legal. We had no intention of anything but helping out the guard in the city.
Hands behind your back, sir.
Well, what do you mean, hands behind my back?
He points the sword at you and he says, "You're using forfeit papers. Gonna have to bring you in. It's a crime in Vosinux."
Well, the crime is the one that issued them, not us.
That
We've
remains to
done
be
no
seen.
wrong.
You'll have your day in court, but for now I'm gonna need you to turn around, hands behind your back. Same to you, sir. Now, before you choose whether or not to comply here with these 4 guards, Gaius, you would hear all of this and would have seen all these guys kind of disappear into the distance. What are you doing?
Fuck. I have nothing I can really do to help.
My friends are being arrested. What do I do?
Exactly. It's just kind of like fuck.
Okay, well, you can be doing that for now until you come up with something. Ping me when you know what you want to do.
I'm just gonna be like wrapping around. I'm not gonna pop out. I'm just listening at this point. Just have my like totem just like slip behind and then just vanish because it's been more than a minute.
For sure. Okay. Back over here, Mackinac and Colcoat. Do you comply?
As the guard kind of turns to me to put me in cuffs, I would rather not. It's quite uncomfortable.
Don't get cute with me.
Oh, thank you for that compliment.
You see that he looks over at the other guard, and the other guard gives him a nod, and the guard here kind of like holds up the crossbow and he says, "Last chance."
This will be very difficult to scuff out. I'll raise my hands to be put in cuffs.
Okay. So he cuffs you, and Colcoat, how about you?
Yeah.
Okay. You turn around for a moment, your hands are cuffed behind your back, and the 3 of you, along with this man here, are all kind of gathered together, or sorry, the 4 of you, I guess, and the guards begin to lead you off. Meanwhile, back over here, guys.
Peeking around, just like watching, like slightly. As soon as I hear like movement away. Fuck. Would I know where the guard station is that they'd likely be taken to?
Yeah, you know there's one nearby that they're probably going to. If they're not going there, they're likely headed to a bigger one.
Alright, I'm gonna make note of that. Scan the area around, see if like there's anyone that is like specifically like to note like in the area. Try to cover my face a little bit with whatever cloth I can.
And then tail
Then
them?
I'm good. Pardon?
Are you tailing them?
Um,
Going back to the shop to tell Frail
It's a
ass
50
everything's fucked?
it's a 50-50 of that, of tailing them, and going and kicking the fucking shit out of Falone.
Okay, so while you're deciding there, and while the group is being dragged off down the street, I think we'll do a brief 5-10 minute break here. So we'll be back in a moment, guys.
Whew.
Well, this is quite unfortunate.
Yeah. Maybe we should start going with this straightforward approach.
I'll be back in a
Yep.
minute. Hey, kill.
Straightforward.
Colcoat got his first kill though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
I was
Be his
so
last
tempted.
kill.
And,
I was so
and maybe
tempted
stop
to
giving
walk out.
Mackinac such literal fucking instructions.
I thought that was beautiful RP. Just like, how's the weather
yeah.
doing?
It was wonderful.
Initiate small talk.
Small talk protocol. Alright, I'll be right back.
Man.
I was really tempted to fog cloud and then run, but then I was like, robot, giant cat, blue man, guy that loves darts. Will be found out pretty quickly.
Yeah, especially since each of us has markings on them.
I wanted to just run away and disguise kit, but I don't know if that can be done
The
instantly
disguise
or not.
kit takes an hour.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, I had a feeling it was something like that.
Always read your items, kids.
Well, at least we didn't fight the entire guild at the same time and all die. That
But
was
they're still there. We didn't even do anything. One
No.
guy's dead, and the other guy's captured, and the rest are still fine.
And the worst part, we don't even know if they were a part of it. You just kind of kept throwing out the fucking bounty
No,
hunter
look,
thing.
tavern fighter. They're definitely bad people.
Listen,
The white ones
They
were the
attack
civilians.
first,
Those are the
fine.
ones we.
They did attack first, however,
They
we
attacked
did
first.
kill. That doesn't go over so well in Aurelian law.
well,
God. Fuck. Going and talking to Falone and threatening him is not gonna do any good.
We'll just go get us some real papers, then we'll be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
God. I feel like we should have just left,
Yep.
or just not been the aggressors there so early.
Well, it doesn't help that we rolled like shit for like 6
Oh,
turns in a
yeah.
row.
Oh yeah, for sure.
More than 6 turns.
I mean,
We
any
always
one of
like
those
roll-
goes better, and we're fine.
Yeah.
Especially the 11 on the guards coming. That was
Fuck,
the
I thought
big
that was
one.
a good thing.
I thought
Yeah,
it was
me
too.
too.
I was so stoked. I was like, yes, we have a moment.
Who does high? The higher you roll, the worse your options are. That's goofy. I don't know. It tripped me up.
Oh,
Alright, I'll be right back.
well. Looks like we're not going on the expedition this session.
nope.
Fuck, I was so stoked on that. God.
So unfortunate.
What we should have done, I wish we would. I should have known that you had a disguise kit. We could have used your disguise kit. Disguised you, brought off like a piece of fucking whatever his fucking name is, and said that he was of whatever piece of frail ass, and just like giving it off to someone, just like, we found this guy is dead. It's unfortunate.
I
Apparently,
mean, we're also assuming that they actually cared enough to like go back for him.
If we're also
Yeah.
assuming that any of us could roll well enough on a deception roll and not just instantly have us found out because our disguise kit shit.
Fuck. Yeah.
I think the
Fuck.
best case scenario there was to just not stand in the doorway and not escalate to a fight yet. But hindsight's 2020.
Yeah. I mean, we would have had the fight either in the tavern or in their base. But if they left, their base might have been cleared out.
Yeah,
We
for
could've
sure.
just
It's not
gone
it's not an
straight in.
easy situation
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, we just should have gone straight in.
I mean, we could have just given Fraildos like a new bandana and been like, "Yeah, you change your name, you're a new person. It's a big city."
Yeah. Also, how did we not tell that the dude whose name is literally just a rearrange of felon wasn't a fucking phony? I'll be right back.
Hey, sorry. The
It's okay.
pizza.
Alright, I'm back. I'll start up in a couple minutes here.
Cool.
There goes your Amazon package. No! Please, for the love of God. Ugh. Is everybody back, by the way?
Yeah, I think so.
Soup, relic, doctor?
Yes, I'm back.
Yeah, I'm just eating pizza.
Oh, not quite relic.
Sorry, yeah, I'm back.
Oh, okay. Then let us begin. Let's see here. Ah. You guys.
Oh, so I made a decision as to
wanna do?
where I was going. Yeah.
Beautiful. What's the plan?
Instead of going to Falones or going and following them, the plan is going to go to that large police precinct that you were talking about, or guard precinct.
Where what?
And is there a well-known bounty hunter like station like at all? If not, then I'm going to go to that large guard outpost that you were talking about, like not the one that's down the road that I thought they might get sent near to, but the largest one.
The largest collection of guards is probably up at the surface, like you know, the main gates where you have to travel from the lower city into the upper city.
Mm-hmm.
Is
I'd
that where
either
you're
travel
going?
to there or to wherever there was like a well-known bounty hunter group.
Okay. So you are over, you're heading up, trying to ascend in whatever way you can, breaking off from the group. You're trying to get up there. Meanwhile, you guys are being dragged down the street, and you can see down the way, like a block or two down the road, that there is a guardhouse there, that you guys are being dragged off towards. Do you guys say anything? And it's also worth noting that the guy that was with you here, who is tied with a rope, has also been gagged because he was talking before and wouldn't shut up, and they had enough of it. So he occasionally makes like a muffled noise, but you guys can talk freely. You don't see
I'll turn to
guys
the nearest
anywhere.
guard.
Okay.
My name is Mackinac. What is your name?
What do you want?
This is my first sort of experience with these sort of legal issues. How long do you think it might be before we can have this resolved?
That depends.
On
Some things.
kind of looking around as if I'm missing something. Which things? Could you be more specific?
He just kind of looks away and keeps walking.
Does any other guard look like they'd be very talkative right now?
When you look at the next one, he just shakes his head and goes, "Nope."
What nice weather we're having.
You guys are eventually dragged off towards the guardhouse. Making your way past the main doors, you're shuffled into a room where a group of different guards seem to be moving between stacks of paper, at tables, to racks of weapons and things like that. But you guys are not fated for one of these tables, it seems. Instead, you are brought over towards some doors at the back. And brought over towards these doors, one of the guards, who's kind of stationed there, looks over and has a talk with one of the ones that you guys have been walking with. And after this talk, you're separated from your friend. The three of you thrown into a single room that has, it's basically like a little interrogation room with one door. And your rope-tied friend is tossed into a different room. So you guys have been separated.
Are you still manacled?
You are still manacled, but you're free to talk and everything. As the door is about to close, the guard looks to you and says, "Alright, we'll take your statements in a bit here. Try not to make too much of a ruckus. Don't want to have to come in here." And then he closes the door.
Scan the room for a friend. I guess like we'll just hang tight until somebody shows up.
Okay.
I'll just tell the other two, like, we should probably just leave Gaius out of this, seeing as it is not as ill-fated as us at the time.
I see.
I'm sure he'll come up with something to get us out of here.
I believe we should be honest with the guards when they come to take our statement.
Well, yes, I mean, it's not like we went out and tried to get fake bounty hunting papers. We thought we were helping.
Okay. You guys are left here, and 5 minutes go by. 10 minutes go by. Nothing happens. Are you guys just gonna wait until that door opens and somebody comes in?
I will spend the time that we're kind of just waiting, going over two prime members that are here, and if they're wounded at all, trying to assist them.
Okay. Now,
Please don't
meanwhile,
gas chamber again.
you've been running through town, and you eventually get to this large guardhouse here. It's primarily used as a gate to go from one end of the city to the other. And the guard who steps up to you seems to think that that's what's going on when he looks to you and says, "Alright, do you have the fee?"
Table talk. What is the fee normally?
The fee seems to waver, but right now there's a little sign by the archway that denotes that it costs 2 gold for somebody to pass through here.
Goddamn. I'm just gonna look at him. Wait, I do. However, that's actually not why I was here. Me and my company were actually looking to do some honest work for the guard. Just as a means to meet an end, because some work has dried up. And we were hoping that you
you might be able to help us out and give us some information of, well, a rather reputable contractor for, well, bounties.
Well, I mean, I've heard of some stuff around here. There's a gang outside of town that I think the guards put some money on. Don't need papers or anything. Just gotta bring back their heads or prove that you've done it.
Ah, right. Anything in Soy Town? I know that lower down in some of the depths, it's a bit treacherous. I've had some family go missing down there myself.
Make a persuasion check, please.
Oh, yeah. Please. 11.
Well, Mace Legion they pay pretty well for that sort of thing, but between you and me, I don't think you want to get mixed up in that crowd. There's some others, though, in town. There is one I can think of, actually. I mean, if you're got the stomach for it.
I might. It's worth doing the good for, at least.
Here, check out this address. And he hands you a little piece of paper after scribbling down on it.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. You don't know how much this means to me.
Sure.
I'll just be on my way.
Wish there were more folk like you.
I try.
Okay. And with that, you go running back off into town. Meanwhile, over here in the cell, the door opens up, and you see a guard step inside. He has with him what looks to be, a sword at his waist there, like a little short sword in its scabbard. But more importantly, he has a little notepad with him. There's like a little board of wood with some parchment there, and he's got a quill with him. And as he steps into the room, he just looks at you all, kind of scribbles some stuff down without saying anything.
Hello.
Hey. He just keeps scribbling.
Any idea when we're gonna get out of here or figure out what's going on?
Well, that depends on how difficult you want to make this.
Well, we're not looking to make anything difficult.
Can I get your names, please?
Well, I'm Cole Coates.
Or Labald.
Alright,
I am Makadar.
perfect. Well, to answer your question, Colcoat, the charges brought against you are not ones treated lightly. Forged documents and the like can get you a serious amount of time. And I've already had guards come back with the body of one man from one of the lower quarters. I'm sure that you're all aware of. I've got quite a few witnesses of the crime as well, looking to get your side of the story.
Well, the documents that we had were from what we thought was a contractor of bounty hunters.
I've had my team go over them. They are indeed fake.
Well, and as I told them, go talk to the man that gave them to us. We're not the ones creating these papers. We were out here trying to take out a thieves gang, and this is what ended up. We tried to help, and now we are in jail because of some other man's papers.
There's a knock at the door, and he holds out a hand for you to pause, and the door opens, and there's some whispering between a guard outside and the one inside. Do you guys attempt to hear what he says?
Yes.
Perception, please.
Oh, dice.
So 21.
Okay.
23.
Okay. Now everything is going
Wow.
well. Okay.
Same thought.
So, 21 to 23 from you two. Erlebald stares at the wall. I would like a luck roll from one of you.
Oh,
You feeling it, or should I do it?
you have a lot of ones. Like, it's got to turn. The luck's got to
Right.
turn.
Right. At some point, it's gotta not be a one.
Gambler's fallacy.
It's not today though. 7.
Okay. The two of you overhear the guard talking, and he seems to be speaking about Falone. The first word that the two of you catch that seems familiar is his name, and the guard whispering to the one that's currently interviewing you says, "Checked all the records. There's nothing. No aliases. Can't find anything. Check the place. Empty house. There's nobody there. Just a shack in the lower city. Well, we're still sweeping, but it doesn't look like anything." The other guard turns and says, "All right, thanks." Closes the door. He turns back to you all and says, "Well, this Falone, as you called him, doesn't seem to be down in the lower area. We've located his little shop there. The place is empty."
Well, if you can't find him, I tell you I can definitely track him. I can find him for you.
Right. Well, we might be handling that from here on out, but it does look like these papers may have been given to you by somebody who is carrying the blame instead of yourselves. Tell me, are you new in town?
Well, no, I've been here quite some time. We have a business. Catman
business?
Robotics.
I'm gonna
Cool,
roll to
cool.
see if
Perhaps
this
it would
guy
make
knows.
sense to begin with how we first met Falone.
Yeah, he taps the door, and the door opens, and he whispers over to the other guy, this time not much in secret, just quietly, and he says, "See who owns Catman Robotics? Do a check." And the other guard just nods, and then goes off into the room. And the door closes after. He looks back to you, and he says, "Very well. If this is true, that certainly helps in your case. So you thought you'd, do some bounty work. Things at the shop dried up?"
Well, what happened was we were attacked in an alley by this gang of thieves. They tried to rob us, we defended ourselves, and...
He starts
well,
to write, and he asks you where it was. Do you give him the address?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. He continues listening.
A woman, Belinda, she told us of this bounty hunter that would give out contracts. We just wanted to do our part, especially after we had been attacked in the streets of our own home.
And this Belinda, what did she look like?
Can't really remember much.
Okay, so you describe the kind of, portly, middle-aged woman who was leaning
Yeah.
out the window there, and he jots it down. Okay, so after this assault, what happened?
Well, we went and saw this Falone about the bounty hunting contracts. Told of the back alley thieves in town, and as well as the jackknife gang outside of town. It was a contract perhaps we wish to do in the future, but obviously from these circumstances we won't be able to.
So the jackknife gang is common news around town. They've been doing a lot of attacks on the southern roads. This back alley thieves. This is new. There's no bounties out on their heads.
Well, according to this man Falone, there was.
Very well. So, continue. What happened after that? You spoke with him. Describe this Falone to me. Do you give him, what you can remember?
Yeah, I'll tell him as much as I can remember.
Okay. He nods along, continues to write. Eventually, he starts to kind of pull out some more ink here and flips over a page as he begins to go deeper and deeper into his notes. And after speaking to him, how did things escalate here? Did you speak with Falone and he directed you to this house?
Well, we had done
tavern?
our work. We had gathered some intel and determined that this was the hideout for these back alley thieves. So we had come here to well, check things out and see if anyone had any information, and before you knew it, well, we were being attacked in the tavern.
Before you knew it. Now, how did things lead up to this attack?
Well, I walked into the tavern. I was speaking with the barkeep. I went to the back room to speak with him, and when we came out, well, things had escalated. And before I knew it, one of them was trying to stab me. See, he did, right here. Point to the blood that's coming out of me.
Okay. He gives that a look and he says, we'll make sure that you get medical attention, but I need to get this all first. And you two, where were you during this incident?
Which incident?
While he was being stabbed.
Oh, well, while he was being stabbed, I was about 10 feet to his right, closer to the door in the tavern.
I was right next to him.
Hmm. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. And after that?
Well, there wasn't much after that. They attacked us.
What was the cause of the attack?
Well, I'm not too sure. I was in the back room speaking with the barkeep.
So one of you were attacked first, and he kind of points his quill towards Erlebald and Mackinac.
Well, before Colt had gone to the back room, he had instructed me to watch two men in the tavern he suspected being members of the back alley thieves. I believe, although I am not certain, that they were aware of my observation. They attempted to leave, at which point I believe Colcoat returned, and he was stabbed.
We wanted to bring them in peacefully, but as soon as there was talk of bounty hunters, they tried to flee and, well, I was attacked.
So at some point you stepped away from the barkeep.
But we heard stuff out in the main room, and I went back out to see.
Okay. Some of that lines up. I've spoken with your barkeep already. Kind of looks at you guys. Do you guys have any reaction to that?
I will
What do you
tell
have
him.
to say?
Yes, I do feel terrible. I told him we would not fight in the bar, but before we knew it, we were attacked. I would like to pay the man back for some of the damages that occurred. It was not our intention.
How about Erlebald and Mackinac when he looks at you guys?
What did he say? He said,
We've already spoken to the barkeep.
Oh, Erlebald cares not. His mind is on other things.
Okay.
He looks vacant
He's looking a little depressed, because he was excited about the expedition to the Golden Dart, and now, he's in jail.
Okay, so neither of you guys say anything. Not that a robotic face conveys too much expression, and Erlebald is thinking about dreams that have been dashed. He turns back to you, Colcoat, and he says, this barkeep says that there's a fourth one that was with you. A Genasi.
Yes, I wonder where he got off to.
Is he part of your group? Doing bounty hunting as well?
Well, he's part of Catman Robotics, but today, no, he was not bounty hunting. He just was with us. Oh wait, never mind. He attacked that guy with the acid. No, yes, he was with us today.
So he was, or he wasn't bounty hunting with you?
Yes, he was, but he must have got separated when that other guy tried to run. It got a bit hectic as we tried to capture him.
Does he even
Excuse
know
me
that
a
we were
moment.
arrested?
Yeah,
Yes,
leans over and
He might
speaks
not
to
even
a
be
guard.
aware.
He taps on the door, and a guard opens up, and he starts to whisper to him and says, "Find that Genasi if you can. Bring him in." He turns back to you guys afterwards, and says, "Okay. So I've spoken with your friend over there, across the wall. And your story
Not our
seems
friend.
to... The story seems to match up a little bit, though there are some things that don't. I'm inclined to believe you all. And if you seem to have been doing business in this city for as long as you suggest, and that is indeed a shop that you own, I can say that there's a pretty high chance that you won't be charged here. This does, however, leave the problem of Mr. Falone and his forged papers.
As I said, we are just as angry about it as you are, and we'd love to track him down.
Well, I don't know if that would be necessary, but I can tell you that the likelihood of your charges being dropped is pretty high. There's a knock at the door there, right after he says this, and after some whispering, he turns back. He says, "Alright, well, seems that shop is indeed yours, isn't it?" And he looks over to you, Mackinac.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Well, boys, looks like you're guilty of murder here, though not of regular circumstances. Gonna be speaking this over with my captain. Gonna keep you here for now, but don't worry. It looks like things are about to clear up here. I don't think that you're gonna be serving any time.
Well, the sooner we can get out of here, the better.
Yes. Well, wait here for a bit. I've got some more interviewing to do, and when I hear from the captain, we'll go over a few things, and you'll see me in an hour or two. He gives you a nod and steps out beyond the door, and the thing locks behind him. Do you guys say anything?
That went well.
Yes, well, I'll feel better about it when we're not still in this cell.
Indeed.
Now, time passes, and you're midway through the city getting to this address, Gaius, when a group of 2 guards call you to the side of the road and attempt to stop you. They turn over, one of them points, and goes, "Hey, you, come over here."
Oh yeah, what's up?
"What's your name, sir?"
Dude, they look like proper guard.
Yeah, they look like 2 regular guards.
Right. Gaius Torin of Catman Robotics. Could I help you out anyway, gentlemen?
Didn't need you to turn around and put your hands behind your back, sir. There's an ongoing investigation involving a few people, yourself included. I don't
Alright.
advise you run here. My friend will shoot you.
Well, as I don't enjoy being shot, of course. As you say, officers.
You turn around and are cuffed, and it doesn't take very long before the door opens up here, and Gaius joins you guys in the room.
Oh, hello.
Hello,
How are
guys.
you?
Been better. Sorry you're in here, but I don't think lying to them is going to help us out at all.
Oh, it's perfectly fine. I have an address for a proper bounty hunting bounty hunter here, so that I was trying to get there before this will happen, so that I could hopefully get us signed up as a proper bounty hunting company. But that seems a little bit out of the way now. So anyway, for later, I'll just pop it away. Are you still hurt there? You still hurt there, Coco? What about you, out of the boat?
I'm fine.
Does he still have like fresh stab wounds?
Yeah.
He only lost 2
Oh, I
HP.
would have
Oh,
treated him.
okay.
while we were
It's like a
waiting.
minor nick, he's okay. It seems Mackinac has tended to them. Now, at this point,
Go.
I want one of you guys to make a luck roll, please.
I would have had like half.
Oh god.
You've lost a decent amount. All right, I
Yeah.
would healing word you.
You know what, Kate? I got this. This is gonna be it. Finally, something good for us. I've just doomed us. I'm sorry, guys. Blood climb.
Wait, what? What was it?
6.
A
6.
6. Oh,
I'm gonna roll for healing him. Is that all right?
okay. The door opens up, and the
You
guard
get
steps
5 HP
inside.
back.
How much?
5.
Okay.
He looks at you all, and he says, "Okay, just a few more questions here. Me and the captain are already going over this. It's the Mr. Falone that you had spoken with that directed you to that building, yes?
Oi, the fucking cunt.
I'd like you to make a deception roll, please, guys."
Why deception? I'm actually fucking mad at him.
Well, because it wasn't Falone that told you, but your friend Fraildas back at the shop.
Oh.
If you didn't know that, then you could say something different to him if you'd like.
Yeah. Huh.
To bring Fraildas into this. Yay or nay?
I probably just would have still said the fucking cunt.
Okay,
I
sure.
would have said I
Okay.
just would have said the fucking cunt.
Sure. Roll your deception check. See what you get.
Okay. Well.
Guard rolls A. Okay.
Fuck. 5.
Oh no.
The fucking cunt was literally just for, like,
Someone
being
mentioned
just that
Falone.
Falone. Yeah. It was neither a confirmation. I know that doesn't matter, but it was literally just...
Okay. He kind of
As
gives
a-
you a look when you say that, and he goes, We're currently trying to track him down. If he did know about this place, then he's clearly got some ties to the gang. Or it's information that we don't. There's guards surging through the place right now. And I've got reports that have come in the last few minutes that a good number of thieves have been rounded up. So, your job's been partially done. A fake job that you were given, at least.
Well, I guess it's technically real if there were a bunch of thieves that you're arresting.
Yeah.
Now, what it is
Stuff
exactly that this Falone wanted, sending you guys to take out these thieves with fake papers, I don't know.
He wanted us to go after the Jackknife Gang, too. It wasn't just these ones.
He scribbles something down on the paper.
I'm gonna look him. Can... In the time that I was thrown in here with them, would have I asked them what they had, like, could have I asked them what they had talked about?
I would say no. You've joined pretty recently.
Okay.
You would have been able to talk with them for a minute, and then, you know, the investigator would have come in.
Okay.
I feel like I could probably give you just like a kind of a look, like, don't worry, it's cool. Told them about that already. I was like kind of nod at you.
Alright.
Well, you were brought in here and taken, had your weapons taken and all. We took those papers, searched each one. They're all fake. And, Falone here has some serious charges to deal with. I'm gonna put him up on the board. No official bounty has been offered for him yet. As of now, it's guard business, so I don't want you guys doing anything stupid. But the charges against you of falsifying documents and pretending to be legitimate bounty hunters has been dropped. Free to go.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Can you just point us to where our equipment is?
He nods and kind of, undoes your cuffs one by one and opens the door there. And you can see that over on a table, all of your stuff has been grouped and just left out in the open. If you check, everything is there. The guards didn't take anything, so you can get all that back.
Oh yeah, because I would have been carrying around Max Maze.
Now the supervisor stays next to you, and the guards seem to be going over some other stuff, and you can see that the room is not empty. And over at like another table, you see what looks like some commoners and perhaps some of the thieves that have been like bloodied up and everything that are seated down there and giving statements and everything. And you can also hear what sounds like a beating going on from the room where there was that other one over in the corner from past the door. And that basically the end of it. The supervisor kind of turns over towards you all and says, like I said, don't want you doing anything stupid, okay? Falone's a criminal. Don't know exactly what it is that he's got going on here. He's clearly up to something.
Right.
Well, we won't be doing anything without the proper papers. Don't worry.
Also, question for you. He's a criminal. He has our name and knows of our address. And knows where to find us. And
Does he?
he,
You're sure he has your address?
well, we gave him the name of our company so that he would know for sure that we were trustworthy. Because we were assured he was a proper employee of the guard. As that seems to not be the truth.
Is there anything valuable at your shop, sir?
All of our equipment. My kitchen knives.
All
Fuck.
sorts of machine parts as well.
Yeah, that too, right.
He turns over and looks at somebody and calls him over, and a guardsman runs up, looks like a younger fellow. He says, get a detachment of, get 6 men together, arm them, head them down to Catman Robotics. And the guy nods and just runs off and goes out the door. You guys are going to want to stay back, let my men do their work, but it is your shop, and I understand if you want to be there.
There is currently another lad that we have just hired. He is currently watching over the shop as we were going to take care of this and then head on an expedition.
Well, it's going to take a moment for my guards to get ready. Maybe you guys should move swiftly. And he just kind of gives you a look like he's implying something, and then turns around and says, you're free to go. Get out of here.
Right.
Put together, shit together and head back
Spring
to
off.
Catman Robotics as fast as we can.
Yeah.
Okay. You go running towards Catman Robotics. Are you guys chit-chatting about anything while you do so?
Right, did you tell them about how we popped the kids in the hovel?
It never came up.
Right, okay.
That and Frail Discs as well. Everything
figure-
else we did, but those two things.
Alright. Oh, well, let's just hope that we can get home in time. Hope the boy's alright.
Yes, let us make haste.
Hey Lucian, have you called any of the time in there a short rest?
Why are you asking that, Daxon?
Just so, you know, maybe a certain druid's spirit totem might be back.
I don't know why you'd need any of that. I mean, I'm just drawing in a couple of squares over here.
Yeah, but
Just some
maybe
innocent
my
squares.
maybe my party has taken some wounds.
Just some innocent little squares here, you know, just nothing.
Hey Lucian.
Oh, whoops. There we go. I guess you guys come around the corner here.
I'm guessing that's a no.
Let's see here. I would say it would count as a short rest. Yeah, you're fine. Go ahead and do that if you wish. Anybody else who wants to do any Healy stuff, you're perfectly fine to do so.
Yeah, we'll just roll it.
I see the weirdest notifications from clan sometimes from Discord. What is him and Dema doing? What?
What are he and Dema doing? Oh, I don't even want to know. I'll look later. Okay. When you guys come up the stairs here, stepping onto the promenade where your shop is, being this one over here, you can see that there are 2 people standing outside of it with their arms crossed. Or not arms crossed, sorry. They're in conversation, it seems. And they're looking
Does
around.
the door look like, does the door look like it's been broken open? The window broken open?
The door doesn't look broken, neither do the windows, but the door is open. And they're both standing just outside of it. And
These are guards?
there are no guards. You guys have moved faster than them. I assume you guys were gonna, like, run through the street, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There aren't really any people over here right now because it's evening. There's light everywhere from the different lanterns and things like that, but most people have kind of, gone to bed at this point. The only other person out here seems to be a half-orc who's kind of standing out here and smoking a pipe.
Just gonna walk up towards our shop.
Okay.
And just sorry, one more time. This is our shop, yes.
Yes.
2 people standing outside. Just, oi, Lug. Any activity recently?
Yeah, he sees you over there and he goes, why ask?
Just curious. If anything important has happened.
Important? What mean?
If nothing strikes to mind, don't worry about it. Have a good night, big guy.
Goodbye.
Love the Lugs sometimes.
Now, stepping over here, Mackinac, you can see what looks like the 2 people kind of taking note of the fact that you're approaching. And as you approach, one of them kind of starts to move towards you, so they kind of catch you guys partway into the street here. And despite that, I'd like you to make for me a perception check as you're closest to the front.
That is a 5.
5, okay. As you get over here, you notice that the 2 of them are dressed like regular people, and they don't appear to have any weapons on them. Though if today was any indicator of how that goes, who knows what's really going on. But they seem to stop you as they step over, and seeing you approach, one of them goes, "Hey, friend, how you doing?"
Oh, I have had better days. Hello. What can I help you with?
Oh, just, out for a walk. Thought I'd go and, have a chat with some of the people out in this neighborhood here. Fine place, isn't it?
I'm walking past while they're doing that. The door's open. I don't give a shit that these guys are here.
One of them steps over, the one that was not talking, to kind of block you.
I shove him away.
As you push him away, you get to see that inside over here, through the doorway, there's like a little bit of blood on the ground. It's like a small pool of blood there at the center of your main room.
I run over.
Okay. As you run over, you see that inside there is a group of people. There is...
That's instantly... it's instantly a bad sign.
Let's see.
Where's my sweet baby boy?
There are 2 people over here that look like they're in the process of picking the lock. That's right, that goes like into, the main workshop where you guys have stashed all of your stuff. There's another guy over here who sees you approaching and immediately goes for a weapon at his side, reaching in and pulling out like a small blade into his hand here. And behind him, you can see what looks like a bloody pile with one unidentified man laying on the ground here in a pool of blood, and Fraildas as well. And like everybody to please roll initiative.
Oh, can't just
Where
like
are our
rush up and
windows?
attack that guy.
Oh wait, hold on a second here. It is
Where are our windows?
I didn't keep track of the time there. We end in 8 minutes. Are you guys sure you want to do this, or do you want to keep this for next session?
It might be better for next session.
Because I know for some of you guys it's kind of... Yeah, okay. Is that
Can
okay
just
with you
draw in
guys?
our windows real quick?
What's that?
Can you draw in our windows real quick?
Sure. They are intact. There's one here. The blinds are drawn. And one here. Over here we have Lug Small. A couple of bandits, you guys would be there. Fraildas is on the ground as well as one dead guy. And we will
So he's
end
dead?
the session there.
Is Fraildas dead?
Certainly looks that way.
Oh.
He's laying in a pool of blood with this other guy there on the ground. So that's where it ends for today, boys.
Well, it could have been a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
we cut it a little close this session, one might say. Fuck.
Or this?
So that was an action-packed one. Things did not go as expected. I thought it was going to be like, hey, okay, we leave town, go to take care of some stuff, but deeming that there was some business to be done, you guys decided to try and take care of some things, and quickly how our plans spiral away from us. So I'd like to congratulate the players. Despite today's tragedy, you played pretty well. And thank you to the audience for coming by as well. It's always good to have you. And to all of you beautiful people who are supporting the project through patronage or biddies. Wouldn't be able to do this without you. See you tomorrow for another game. Adios.
I really, really, really hope the dice are better next game.
That was terrible.
I need to roll high initiative because this guy is getting fucked up.